Yeah.
It was alright.
I wish they still had Guitar Hero competitions in this day and age. I love Guitar Hero.
Okay, I got everything set up properly. We can play the fucking game now. We're gonna start a new profile so that I can get all the content. If you're just showing up, like I said, thanks for watching. If you've never seen this game before, this is called Jet Island. It is one of my favorite VR games. It's in beta. I've been in the beta for a long time, and it just recently got a huge update. This is a game where you skateboard. You basically snowboard around on this big island that we see ahead of us with jet boosters on your hands, and you got grappling hooks, and you got a gun, and you got to blow up a giant worm in the sky. And that's your objective. So continue on.
Do you know what they've added since the last time?
No, they updated the final boss. They added a new boss. They added a ton of new shit to the island. They added enemies. They added upgrades to your character. What do I want here? What do I want to look like?
That's cool. Did you tell the dev that you're streaming his game again?
I think Pizza Man put a notification in there. I'm doing single player, so it doesn't really matter what I look like.
Jet Island still doesn't have its own Twitch game.
No, I tried to add it. That's why it's games and demos tonight.
Yeah.
No, this is like one of my favorite VR games solely because of just it's so fun to move in the way that it wants you to in this game. Alright, so we got a hoverboard, and we're gonna chuck that shit. And let's go. If you had never played a VR game before, or you are prone to motion sickness, this game would fuck you royally. But as I am a man who does not gain motion sickness, this is just so good. It's so much fun. I'm gonna run. I don't think I actually have to run through the tutorial. I think I can skip this. Okay, maybe not.
I mean, last time you just didn't do the tutorial, you just turned around and went the other direction.
I think he put countermeasures specifically. The dev of this game put countermeasures in because he saw me do that. Or something like that. I know boost pads were a recommendation of mine that got added into the game and have added a whole new degree of goodness.
You're directly impacting the creation of a game. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, he might have also got like complaints about the same thing from other people. I have no idea. I just know that happened. You might be here now. If you're here, Master Rudy, hello. Thank you for making a good game. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to get to that new content. I think I could just skip the intro here. Brian Witch dropped some fact. Big weld. You know, there's one place where the movie Robots is still watched. You know where that is? Doctor's offices. Doctor's offices. Oh. They don't show robots on airplanes. What fucking, value airplane are you riding in that they have to show robots as their movie?
Oh yeah, speaking of movies, we were talking about this in the Discord earlier today, but we should bring Boys Night back now that we have an audience again.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, dude, it works out perfectly because I have a real hankering to watch like old kung fu movies.
Ah, shit. Okay.
I was thinking that would be a good idea, and then the other thing is we never ended up watching.
It would be a Discord event.
No, yeah, it would be a Discord thing. We'd probably do it in like a sync tube or something.
I didn't realize it until I looked for it for Log, because Log was asking about like.
Hang on, you're playing the game.
You can talk.
You said ooh, so I thought something was happening.
Something cool happened. I just made a really close jump.
Anyway, yeah, like outside of like
there's the final boss.
Outside of our Boys Night
right there.
I can't take him on yet, though. You need to defeat the 3 mech guardians to weaken him. You see those like black holes on his body? Those will kill me.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
I gotta get back on the island.
Long story short, the entire Wu-Tang collection is on YouTube for free.
Yeah. We should absolutely. I would just say we should watch. I was watching some of them already, and they're pretty fucking good.
So like, so the way it works is like early kung fu movies are like a lot of like myths and legends, and so like a lot of it is shrouded in mysticism. And I guess as they like got better and got more money, that's when like kung fu movies really started getting good and like not just like cheesy good. Cause that's when like they got like set in like more modern times. The budgets were bigger, the stunts were bigger. Like in these early kung fu movies, they're like nice, they're funny to watch, because like it's always just two guys fighting. Like they don't have like money for stunts, and then you get to like guys like Jackie Chan that just like go all the way and like have these like huge cool set pieces for fights and stuff.
Can I reach that? Yes, I can. God, I love every mechanic in this game. It's just the best.
I was thinking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Despite the graphics in this game being super simple, I like the skybox. I think in general it looks really cool. It might look like, I don't know, it might look a little doo-doo from a 2D perspective, but when you're in it, I love it. Go on, you were saying
I heard.
I was just saying that we could either do a kung fu movie, and the other thing I realized we never actually ended up watching Pass Through.
Ooh.
You should find it and get it.
I think, yeah, I don't know where to find it. I think we literally would have to like buy the DVD.
Oh
You have to
man,
give
I don't
Neil
want
$80.
to give Neil Breen my money.
Why
I
not?
think we
You should
kinda
give
have
Neil
to.
Breen your
I
money.
guess.
He
Yeah.
needs it.
You mean, I mean,
Why
I was
would you
making a
not?
new
You did-
film this year.
Neil Breen has done nothing to prove himself as a bad person. He makes
No, just
really
I
good
guess not.
movies. He makes great movies that you love watching. Why would
Oh
you
my
not
God.
give him money?
Besides all
Oh,
the
wait,
women,
No. Oh, I forgot that he pays women to like let him. Yeah, no, he is
Yeah.
probably a bad person. Now that I think about it.
he's at least dubious.
I don't want.
I forgot that he pays women to
There-
show their
I
butts in
haven't-
movies and then like touch them. I forgot.
I
about
haven't.
that.
Yeah, I also have an ethical reason that like I don't want to pay for a DVD where I see the guy who's made the DVD's taint in it. Like,
Hey, remember the room? I guess you didn't buy the room.
no.
You see Tommy Wiseau's ass and everyone loved him.
I also didn't pay for it. That was on
Right now-
Adult Swim and every year.
Right now, chat, I'm trying to reach the new content. That's one thing, is this game's entire gameplay is just getting around, so that's gonna be the first part of this stream.
I think everybody here has seen Birdemic. I know we did that on an old boys' night. Right.
I don't
didn't
think
watch
that-
Birdemic. I
You
like,
didn't see that one?
I wasn't interested in it for some reason. I watched like the beginning and then
It was pretty good. It was like it's like it's a pretty bad movie, but it's really funny. It's like the kind of bad movie where it's really funny at the beginning and then it just kind of like continuously slows down until it just randomly ends. It's like one of those kind of.
So normally with boys' night, you know, we watch a funny movie, but this time we actually have to be considerate of those without.
Nah.
Let's
No?
really? We have to be okay. So I can drop in 12 o'clock, 1, 2, and 3, and
Well, you could. I'm not saying like no. We're not gonna show a Ghana film because that's too much.
all the films are.
Those are just
Our
boring.
films are also boring.
all the
I'd
films
rather
are-
watch a
I need
kung
that
fu movie.
checkpoint.
No,
Hey,
we're not watching. No, I'm gonna put my
Double
foot
make-
down. No
double
Ghana
make-
movies. No
Double
Bollywood.
May cry.
1 and 2 are
1
masterpieces,
and 2.
and I won't hear anything about it.
We watched 12 o'clock part 1, 2, and 3.
We've seen at least like 15 hours combined of Ghana films, and they are all the same, which is they're all 4 hours long, and there's about 10 minutes of hilarious shit surrounded by long dialogue sequences of people sitting on a couch.
Except for
No,
they don't have
as the narrator.
Remember the highlights of City of Dragons?
To be fair, City of Dragons was the best one. It was still pretty boring, but it was
No.
at least like 30%
Oh, it
interesting.
didn't work
Now,
out.
now hold on now. City of Dragons had like the best scene in any of them.
Yeah, we
City
have
of
And the
Dragons
best sound
also had
mixing.
horribly fucked up audio.
Link that
Yeah,
one in
it has the
chat.
best sound mixing.
Link that one in the chat. That scene is fucking amazing.
Oh, the one on my channel?
Yes.
Okay.
But what was the one that had the narrator and he said like, Justin Bieber?
That was not a full movie. That was like
Yeah, that wasn't a full movie, but that was a
with
good part.
Hollywood.
That
That
was
was
really
with
good.
Hollywood is like
goes to a music
legitimately
festival.
good and not just like ah ha ha, it's funny good.
Yeah, with Hollywood, they're the bigger names, I think. I think they're
Well,
the.
Hollywood was
well,
who killed Captain Alex. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's different. No, I'm
Everyone
talking
knows
about.
who that
I'm
is
talking about
because of, like
Ghana.
Ray William Johnson. And now
Oh,
nobody
yeah,
knows
that's
who
right.
Ray William Johnson was.
Paulie
Yeah, like-
Holly watched Baby Police with us. That's what
Yeah, we
started
saw
us
Baby
down the
Police.
Ghana.
Baby Police. I would actually rewatch Baby Police. That is one of
Yeah, I
the
don't
Baby Police is probably the best one out
Baby
of all.
Police has the best 1-minute trailer, I think, of any. It has the best trailer of any Ghana.
It also has the best theme song. It's the only Ghana movie with a theme song. Every other Ghana movie just steals music from Uncharted.
Oh my god.
And yeah, they all steal the Uncharted theme.
For some reason. Like, there were two. We saw
here is
two
the best-
separate Ghana movies that had the Uncharted theme in it. Or something
I've
like
just
that.
posted a link in the chat. You can check it out. That is the best scene in any Ghana movie we've seen. The whole movie is like that in terms of the audio being fucked up. So we watched like 2 hours of
Alright,
that.
so we're about to reach the first boss here.
Brief interjection. Master Indy cited in chat. Welcome, Master Indy.
I saw it, welcome. Yeah, boost pads are good. I'm glad you added them. They make the bosses not a pain in the ass, like they previously were. I played this a little bit last night, and I only got one of the upgrades, so I haven't found any other ones, but so far I like that idea. The one I got was like wind resistance, and that wasn't like a big enough change for me to notice what it did, but I'm excited to get the boost upgrades and the grapple strength or whatever. I don't want to touch these spikes. Ah, damn it. Okay, I gotta swing around.
I'll work on trying to find pass through, or I think he's made another movie since then, but I'm not sure about that. I'll work on looking for those.
I think
see if
he's
can.
about to release a new one.
Here we go.
Okay, this one wasn't in the Wu-Tang collection, but I searched it on YouTube and it was the first result. 5 Elemental Ninjas is on YouTube, like the Kung Fu.
Yeah, like that. Like
We can watch that one.
I want to see that one. 'Cause that one looks sick. It's like,
That one, the trailer has me very intrigued because it's the 5 Elemental Ninjas, so the 5 elements. Guess what the elements are?
Water.
That's one. Nope.
Earth.
Yes.
Gold.
Oh, yeah!
Ah, shit!
Okay, I think
Yeah.
you've seen this then. Yeah, because gold is one of the elements.
Yeah, get it! Oh, fuck! Oh, come on! Ah, damn it! He's
So I forget, Wayne, haven't you fought this? You fought this boss before, or is this one of the new ones?
I fought this one in like one of the first builds, but it got
Okay,
a
right.
significant update in terms of both. Mainly the difficulty. It's a lot easier than it was before because there's a lot of boost pads, and
Yeah.
he made it so that the turrets do not fire as quickly. They still blast you like they do.
You know, I don't play as many VR games as you do. Are there
Play
any
zero
VR
compared
games?
to
Wait,
me.
Zero, you don't have a headset.
Yeah. Are there any other VR games where you fight like a giant enemy like this?
There's
Like
a
this
couple.
big?
There's a couple, but none of them are as like good as this one. This game is hella fleshed out in the sense that like its main mechanic, which is the movement, is fun enough to keep me playing this multiple times. There's this game called Titan Slayer where you fight like a giant snake, and the visual there is cool, but the combat is like nothing. Oh shit! Fuck! I forgot the knockback. If you use the charge blast, you get like it's like a rocket jump. So that just knocks me almost into the spikes there. And gotta avoid the spikes. And the turret. Ah shit! Ugh. And you gotta destroy the core.
Yeah, this is like the only VR game I've ever seen where like you're fighting a giant enemy and you're like, actually fighting it and like scaling it.
This is something that VR needs. Like this is like scale is the coolest thing you can do in VR. Fighting something fucking 10 times your size and really having it feel like it's that big.
Yeah, Rusty, that's the whole movie. We watched that. We've made a lot of bad decisions in terms of the movies that
Oh
we've.
shit! Double boost pad? Can I hit them both? Oh no.
No, we are cinema connoisseurs.
Yeah, sure.
The belt just says
Sure.
I lied. One time, who here's seen Killer Bean Forever?
Oh yeah, Killer
That movie
Bean.
Guess
sucks
what? We are
ass.
the only people. That movie is garbage.
No, that movie has a lot of views. Do you know Killer Bean is a Let's Play channel now? Like, and Killer Bean is the one playing the games, like a CG, like you know, what's that Kazuna AI, that like anime girl that plays YouTube games?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's that, but it's Killer Bean.
It's Killer Bean.
And
That's
it's the voice actor for Killer Bean, and it's the model for Killer Bean, and it's just the weirdest shit. And it is
How many
doing
views does
well.
that have?
It's doing really well.
That's insane.
Not as well as Kazuna AI, because like people want to fuck that. No one wants to fuck Killer Bean.
Hey, no,
Speak for yourself.
You see those little beans? It looks like he's got a little crack underneath the little butt.
He does have a little crack.
For anyone that doesn't know about, no, not Mr. Beans if he's a man. For anyone that doesn't know about like Killer Bean is fucking awesome. So at some point, like I forgot the guy's name, like the real guy's name, not Killer Bean Forever, but the guy has had one idea of like, hey, I'm gonna make a CGI fight scene about beans fighting each other, like beans with arms and legs fighting each other.
Where did
And he has taken that idea and he's gone so fucking far with it, and the fact that he's successful with like a family is like fucking awesome to me. Cause like the thing that happened was like it was like early internet, like early 2000s, and he made this animation of like beans fighting each other.
Oh, what? It goes back that far?
Yes, and the early animations were very good. Like he just busted his ass, and like one man like made a CGI fight scene, and like this was back then this was impressive enough that it caught people's attention. And he worked on movies like the first like Michael Bay Transformers. He worked on the Matrix movies. Like he worked on the CGI for that. And then at some point he was like doing more CGI work for like big name Hollywood films, I think. And then he stopped because I guess he got bored. But he didn't like stop and like do something else. Like he went back to Killer Bean. He made the Killer Bean movie. Like he used the funds he got from the Matrix to make Killer Bean Forever. And then he made an iOS game for Killer Bean Forever. That didn't take off. And now he has a Let's Play channel. And like that, if that's taking off, that's good. This guy is like, I applaud this person because they had one idea. I'm gonna be straight up. It's not even that good of an idea, but he's so persistent, it just works.
It's a bad idea. Like, I'll say
Killer Bean Forever was a bad movie. It was like funny for the first like scene because it's like, this is so dumb. And then like the thing is, that's like how it is with a lot of bad movies, is that you watch the first scene and it's like, whoa, this is so dumb, this is funny. And then you realize that you're gonna be there for another 90 minutes and it's not gonna get any more interesting. Like, you've already obtained all of the entertainment out of the first scene, but then you just have to sit there and watch the rest of it.
Your bullets gain your momentum, and God, that makes it hard to aim sometimes. Ah, shit, no!
That makes it more realistic. You gotta get good.
No, I mean, it's cool. I'm just not
You
good
gotta
at it.
curve the bullets.
That's how they do it in the army. Everyone in it.
What did you say, Aurora?
Everyone in the army is hellboard with the hellboard is also trying to get their bullets like that.
Alright, what power up do I get now? Is that I think this is the wood resistance one that I got yesterday. Because this place looks familiar.
Is that the boss?
No, that was just one of the enemies. Oh, I have to go pick it up.
But yeah, the Killer Bean Forever guy is like
Give me! Oh shit!
doing the real life version of min-maxing, where it's like, I'm gonna put all my points into
Killer Bean.
Killer Bean.
into like CGI
Master Andy,
and like none in like ideas or anything.
I'm trying to think of other bad movies we watched.
Here it is.
So, Killer Bean was a really Killer Bean was a really bad, like, not
But the CGI was
not
good.
funny bad movie. The worst movie we ever watched on Boys Night,
Oh
and
no.
I'm sure this is unanimous, but at least for me, was a movie called Hip Hop Locos,
Yup.
which, like, I don't even know how to begin to describe that one. That was the worst. There is no redeeming anything to that movie. It was confusing, poorly shot. It was like filmed on like an iPhone or something.
Which movie?
Everything was dark.
Hip Hop
Half of it
Locos?
was filmed in like night vision. It
Yeah.
was
Oh yeah,
It was
Hip Hop Locos is the worst
incomprehensible.
movie I've ever seen, and I only watched it for like. I can't remember if I watched the whole thing or not. I either saw like 2 minutes of it or the whole thing, and that is so hard to distinguish because that entire movie was two guys.
It's the same.
With an iPhone in a car, just saying, "Hey, you got the coca? Yeah, I got the coca. I got the cocaine." It was just.
Yeah.
It was. That
And then
for
they would
2
like and then they would
hours.
like go then they would go, they would leave their car, they would like shoot someone, then they would get back in their car, there would be like another extended dialogue sequence where like it was obviously not scripted, like
It was
they
just like,
obviously
hey,
did
you wanna
not
kill
write a
people?
script.
Yeah, I want to kill people. Hey, do you want to get cocaine? Yeah, I want to get cocaine. Like, it's just
Yeah.
like you know that scene in SpongeBob where they're just saying like, "Are you ready to party, Mr. Krabs?" They just say, "I'm ready to party." Are you ready to party, SpongeBob? I'm ready to party. It was just that, except they're talking about cocaine and murder.
Yeah. And that went on for 90 minutes, and that was the worst
Oh,
thing
the
we've
speed!
ever
Where's
watched
my
on
speed?
Boys Night.
Ah, fuck! I missed the last one. I want to go fast.
Spagoner, you know someone that worked on Kung Fury. How do you have so many connections? God damn.
He's an animator.
We got friends in high places, guy.
Yeah,
Pagoda's
Jim
an
brings up a
animator,
good
so I
point.
can
The,
understand
the
that.
one unfortunate thing that we won't be able to replicate with this new era of Boys Night is that whenever we were, yeah, we started Boys Night like what in like 2010 or like 2009
I
maybe.
think earlier than that.
Basically, back when the only option for like streaming things to a large number of people was Livestream. I don't know if anybody even knows what that website is anymore. It still exists.
It was like the
But,
OG streaming app.
Livestream?
Live stream and then Justin TV. There were three. Ustream. Was Ustream first?
I have no idea which one came first.
Ustream was what Mega 64 was on.
Yeah. There was Ustream, Justin TV, and Livestream. So we used Livestream because it was the only like service that had any sort of like studio like kind of application, so we could just give a bunch of people access to the studio and they could all upload whatever they wanted to stream. And the best part about the Livestream studio was that you could add over the shoulder and lower third graphics, and we had so many of those, and it was always fun to just watch movies and just put graphics up on the screen over the movie.
That's the same JPEG of
Before Boys
The
Night died,
Beijing
last one-
Crying Monkey Award?
Yeah.
The very last graphic that was added to Boys Night that we used for so long, it was so awful, was just like a picture of like cum. Like just cum
Yeah.
on the screen. It was so bad.
Scorpy absolutely added that one.
That shit would get me so mad. Like anytime I see it.
You'd just be like watching, and then there'd be like cum or like Miranda Cosgrove's face,
My
Tito
favorite
from
my
Rocket
favorite
Power,
was the Big Dorito.
Goofy. There was a lot. We had a ton.
We had
Back
a
when
we had like
Doritos were like a big joke.
we had
Just
a like a cutout
Just
picture of Arard just
Oh,
standing
yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah,
It
no.
was
Did
great
you guys
because
know-
we would always try to we would always try to place the graphics so that they would appear over people's heads in
or
the
like,
movie.
or they were like holding it or something like that. And when we did, it was like that. You just like won Boys Night if you managed
Yeah.
to get a picture of a Dorito up in someone's mouth. Like
Yeah.
or something like that.
But
Hey, you
post
guys,
more,
so, hey,
post
I gotta talk
more.
about the game for a minute.
Sorry.
So, if you guys tuned in to the last time I streamed this game, like a couple months ago at this point, that was back in like maybe the winter or like March when I first started streaming. You would remember that this tower here that I just climbed. I spent like an hour just circling this tower trying to find a hole that led to the boss. And I spent that hour trying to find it with the guy who made the game himself giving me instructions. And now, in the current version of this game, the tower is just blown up, and I'm pretty sure that's entirely because of how dumb I am.
Yeah.
You just made it so much easier.
I remember
You're
you
so-
just like.
You're so
floundering.
dumb. An area of a game had to be redesigned for you. How do you feel about that?
I feel dumb.
Also, post-mortem, you brought up Tito. Did you used to watch Boys Night?
No, everybody just knows Tito, bro.
Everybody just knows Tito.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't like ours, specifically ours.
Yeah, he was from Rocket
Just a
Power.
character.
He was
He
from
was, yeah, smart ass.
Tito. Yeah, about this whole time thought we made Tito.
Did you invent?
Yeah, he
I
thought
do-
we invented
Did
Tito.
you invent Goofy and Doritos too?
Yeah.
We did.
And the guy
We did start the
holding the
Doritos
big
joke.
Dorito.
I will stand by the fact that we were the first people on the internet to make jokes about Doritos.
I mean, I don't know if we can say that.
No. We can say that. We were the
I
first
bet
one to
there is a
say
web
Doritos.
page.
That is 100%.
I bet there's a
us.
web page that is like circa 2001. That's like Web 1.0 that was
We
making
love
jokes.
Doritos.web.
Yeah.
There's that like
Mountain Dew
popping up blog
Doritos.
right now.
Oh yeah, no,
Disgusting.
Polly, that was the autoplay. Anytime, so Livestream had two cool things. It had the studio, and it had the ability to autoplay videos while you were not currently streaming.
Just
And
think
for the
about
longest time, our autoplay was a guy in like one of those. I guess it's called a quad suit. I'll trust Polly on this one, but it was like a giraffe rig suit, and they would just walk across the stream or walk across the screen one way.
Yeah.
Walk
And
across the
complete
other way.
silence. Then we'll just
No,
be
it was
focused.
not complete silence. It was.
It
Like,
was-
It had like
It had
triumphant
it had
Pokemon
the-
It
music.
had Pokemon music like playing through a webcam mic.
Actually,
Pokemon,
I
like-
bet if I went onto Boys Night right now, I bet it's still playing. I'm gonna check.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're probably gonna get like
Yeah.
a bajillion viruses from that.
Live stream.
Livestream is still up. It's just not maintained.
It's still playing.
Oh my god.
For the last how long?
Oh my god.
10 years.
Alright. Hey, you
gotta
guys
find the
want to
source
know
video.
something fucking crazy about the internet? This webpage has been playing that video of that giraffe rig for probably like 6 years now straight, with nobody
we
watching
used to
it.
change it, but now we never do. Oh shit! You made this
When-
way
when-
harder.
Drive that.
Oh fuck!
when
I'm gonna
most
lose already. Oh god. All
Looks
right,
like we're
we're
getting
taking the
something.
cheap way.
Oh, yeah, hit
no,
that fucking
no,
way.
no! Decelerate! Fuck! Shit! Where did it even put me? You guys can.
Oh, by the
continue
way,
your conversation.
Wayne.
I don't even think that video is on YouTube anymore. This
It's
is the
not?
only way that's archived.
No, yeah,
in
this is the
history.
only. We actually have a lot of videos that are not on YouTube anymore on the Boys Night like studio. I wonder if there's a way to extract them.
Also, Master Indie basically confirmed, yes, Wayne, you are dumb, and after watching you suffer, he immediate he said the first thing he did was redesign that.
That's
Oh.
great. That's so good. I'm glad I have this impact.
Being a dumb idiot.
For being a dumbass.
Shit. Can I get over these? No, I'm gonna go on.
God, I fucking
This
love
definitely has more spikes than last time I played this.
just the thought that whoever owns Livestream, whatever company owns that at this point, is just paying money to host
Play
that
Jurassic.
video forever. It's
No
still
one
going.
uses that any. There's no
No,
way
we
anyone
have
uses
not
that
used
site.
Boys Night
No,
in
no, not
literally
us.
5 years.
I mean, the website.
Oh yeah, nobody
itself.
uses that website in general, but
It's
like
still up.
I don't know, but I'm glad it is.
Maybe they think Giraffe Ring is funny as well.
Hey, that's cool to hear, Darian. Thank you.
What?
He said he's drawing Budget's dad from the.
I saw someone drew Budget and he looks like Kermit, and I thought that was.
Actually, what is that name? Is that Diarn?
Dion. I can't tell. Sorry. It's like your name is like light green and it's hard to read it.
Livestream basically doesn't work anymore.
No,
Like
it
that
doesn't.
that
You can't
video
use it.
autoplays. I don't think anybody that has access to that Livestream's controls can actually make it do anything else anymore.
No, it's
I
like
don't think-
The
the video
HTML
doesn't work anymore.
I don't think there's any
HTML is so
possible.
bad.
I don't think there's any possible way to change the video at all.
No, there's not. We can't like that stream, that webpage that I posted will be playing Walk-In like forever.
That's basically the internet equivalent of a fossil.
Yeah, it's done. It's like,
Did you link it in chat?
Yeah.
yeah, I linked it in that.
That's like that is like
you guys enjoy
number
that.
one piece of
I heard someone say that Livestream gave them a virus. Like that's where that site is now. Like they've given up. But yeah, it's up somehow. So
It's great because it also has the lower third of winner of Beijing Film Festival's Crying Monkey Award, which is probably my favorite lower third that anybody ever came up with.
The lower
It was
third
that
is
one
stuff
that-
like that. Put on your 3D pants now.
Put on, yeah. Let's go down to the Bee King and get some Mondo burgers.
Shrek is playing.
18 plus T.
18 plus scene. Oh.
We used to edit these stupid intros together for it.
Oh man. I mean, they weren't all stupid. Scorpy literally made like a short film compilation that, like, honestly, we should like post those in the. Actually, maybe
Nero
we
was
should just
posting a
save
lot of
them
them in the Discord earlier.
should
yeah,
just
let's reuse them.
There
Yeah,
are a minor Gary's Mod Machinima series. Oh,
Yeah.
Vin Diesel taking you to the movies.
Yep.
Hey, well, Scorpy is going back to school for like. Scorpy is going back to school for like a degree in like interactive like or digital art. Maybe we could get him to make more. Are you supposed to like try to shoot the lizard in the mouth like that? Oh, I guess
Yeah,
not.
that's his first week plan, and then you gotta go inside his chest. I think? Or is there another one? Okay, there's more to this than that now. He added more.
That
But I guess
van.
it's not like his tail.
Yeah, don't worry. If you want to see Scorpy's fucking like masterpiece video series, don't worry because if we end up doing a boys' night, we'll definitely just reuse those as intros.
Well, some of those like had the specific new movie names in them, right? Or no, they didn't.
I did.
No, I don't think so. I don't think any of them had specifics in them.
Well, Valor's Kids definitely did.
We should just rewatch Valor's Kids because that shit is the best.
Valor's Kids was a bad movie that stayed interesting the whole time.
Hey, I don't know, Master Andy, if you're seeing these bugs, I like occasionally I'm like grappling onto something and the grappling hook just like goes somewhere else. I think it has something to do with the fact that he's moving, but where is his other meat point? Am I going closer to the mouth or the tail? I can't even tell.
Post Mortimer, I'm not aware of a
Oh, there
Twitter
it is.
listing, so that may not be us.
Well, the one for boys night. I'm like, I don't think there was one.
I don't know
Oh,
if
no,
there
I
was.
feel like Scorpion did do something like that.
He might have.
Oh shit. Alright, hit points are down. Oh shit, turret! Okay, he didn't hit me. Scaling these giant moving robots is like one of my favorite parts of this game. This is definitely the closest anyone's gotten to like a Shadow of Colossus type game in VR and actually like had it be really cool. I fucking love it. Oh shit.
But yeah, I mean, Boys Night was a really good time for all of us back when we were like, I don't know, I guess younger then than now, but it was always a lot of fun just because it was fun to like make intros and outros and dumb shit for that kind of stuff.
It was fun just watching movies together.
That too.
That's why we should.
We
do
should
it
definitely bring it back.
Yeah, we still watch videos together, but nothing as long as the point of me.
We'll watch movies.
We watched some movies, but no, yeah.
Hey,
The last one I think we watched was Legend.
Yeah.
someone in Twitch chat brought up Kung Fu Hustle. That movie is so good. There's two things I don't like about it, and it's because at 2 points in the movie, they make a pretty offensive like gay joke, but it was also like an early 2000s Chinese film, and China is not the most like, you know, friendly country to like anyone who isn't straight or Chinese, I guess. So I'm willing to like turn a blind eye to that for the rest of the movie because it holds up. It's a funny movie. the kung fu is pretty good.
Oh, why'd you kill him?
I gotta. I don't
You
know
were
why.
supposed to. That was Tony Hawk.
Hey, Master Indian, do you have a story plan for this eventually? Like, nothing. Obviously, I don't expect, like, cutscenes and shit, but, like, I don't know, just little lore bits. Got a cool thing going here. Like, literally, I think an easy, and if you were to ever do something like that, an easy and, like, way to not change the game too much, but still have something like that, is just make it, like, secret little, like, glyphs that you find. What poneglyphs in this game?
Yeah, you'll definitely know what those are.
Poneglyphs are cool.
What?
They're big squares with words on them.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's a One Piece thing. Don't worry.
It's a fun piece
Everyone in
thing.
chat, everyone who watches me legally is binded to watch One Piece or read it at some point in their life. You have to.
I'm gonna watch Clown Piece.
I stand by the fact that anyone will like it. Anyone will like One Piece unless you just can't stand the raw length of it. I feel like that's the only legitimate complaint.
What was I gonna say? Is there in this game? Is there a place with just like a half pipe that you could just?
There's a giant half pipe. There's a half pipe the size of like the Halo ring.
Oh hell yeah! Go there now.
I'll go there. I think I have to turn on my AC. It's like my sweat, my heat, my body. Sentence didn't mean anything there, but
Talk about it.
alright, we gotta. Ugh. Oh shit! What? Oh, what the fuck? There's a button on the Vive?
Yeah?
What?
There's
Turns
a
on
menu.
the menu.
There's a menu button on the Vive. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
What?
It's for things that
Games,
may not require
controllers.
controllers.
Live controller.
Yeah, I had no idea. All this time using my Vive, I didn't know there was a button there.
Yeah, Postmortemer, like I said, we literally have not used Boys Night in 5 years. That's why I said that Giraffe Rig video has been playing for, like, I was not exaggerating, literally 5 years.
Jim, I know you're not caught up. You're saying it has the best world building. Oh my god, the Reverie arc that's going on right now?
I think it's better than Full Metal Alchemist just for the fact that he's introduced characters in like chapter 30 that appeared in chapter 500 for the first time.
For the first time,
They
really?
actually, yeah.
I love these bits.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh shit.
Hey,
I lost
remember
my-
that one time when Yugi, played against that one guy who was like a magician, and they were supposed to get their legs cut off, but in the 4Kids dub, they changed it to be like shadow blades, and it didn't make any sense.
Oh, I know. I remember that.
Classic.
Keep in mind that I just said better
falling
than
back
Full
to
Metal
the-
Alchemist in terms of world building and just characters. Just like what do you call it? Like keeping characters active throughout the entire series, even though it's 25 years old.
There's not like a single throwaway. Oh! 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 Whoa!
Yeah, Polly, I agree. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was some dumb shit. Although, I don't know if anybody remembers, but they were actually streaming, like, the first, season of Yu-Gi-Oh! On Twitch, like, I don't know, half a year ago or something. And man, trying to go back and watch it, God, it's like 90% filler. Like, one thing happens every episode. It's like pulling your teeth out
Well,
trying
the
to watch
problem with that versus when Twitch streamed Power Rangers is they left the commercial breaks in.
Yeah. The commercial breaks kind of ruined it.
Jordan Lover, are you talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or One Piece?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh. No, but I'm asking, not you, Jort Lover.
Oh.
Said that it's too hard to keep up with and shit gets reused. So I'm wondering what you mean by that. One Piece? Ugh. So are you guys in chat enjoying this gameplay? Because so far we just talked about other stuff for an hour while I played this.
This is a good game to watch.
Everybody in the chat has been saying that the game looks really, really cool.
Alright.
But I haven't seen anybody complain about it.
I'm about to go access the new content. Apparently there is a third boss. I want to find more of the upgrade enemies. I don't know where they're
Master Indy says, "How have the new laser pointers on hook shots been?"
Oh, that's great. It makes it so much easier. It's like, I will say one thing is that sometimes it doesn't stand out. Like, that's the one problem with it. I think the blue color is a good idea, but you might want to make it a little bit more vibrant sometimes. Especially when there's the laser pointer on the pistols. Sometimes when I shoot the pistol, I can't really tell, like, I know the laser pointer is, like, only a certain range, and that might be part of the reason I'm having difficulty with it, so don't take my advice here, like, 100% wholeheartedly. Almost. Ah, shit. It does look like you made it easier to get to the flying islands. That was literally something I could never do in the previous build of the game, was get up there. I had never experienced whatever the hell you put up there, because I never could get to it, ever. So I'm happy that seems to be more possible. So it looks like you put more shit in between it. Ugh.
Who here have a PayPal business account?
Yeah, Chad, it's a legitimate question. Ugh. Oh, shit. Yeah. Ugh. I'm trying to think of anything funny happened recently. Just in general.
In your life?
No,
No
just
funny.
Like
Ever? Clowns happen.
Oh yeah, 1988.
Oh,
That was a good year. Clowns happened.
I'm 2 burritos away from a free burrito from El Palone, so
Oh!
if any of you want to go get lunch with me, hit me up.
That is a great burrito place. This is great stream conversation.
Yeah, it's great. Hey man. You're the one.
if you're in
People
Boston,
have
hit
been
up
saying
Buffalo.
that they want to just hear us talk, so whatever, here you go. Enjoy it, I guess.
Master Indy just posted a message in chat.
I'll read it.
It's a long one, just read yourself.
Trying to find the right balance.
I gotta find some water.
Oh! Okay, now I'm gonna make it. And if not, I got this to grab one. Sorry, I can't read the message yet. I need to find a way to make the Twitch chat more readable with the new app that I have. It's way less readable than the last one, but this app doesn't crash every 5 minutes. That's the one major plus. Come on! Alright, I'm just gonna hang for a minute while I read your message. Right balance between visible. Oh, well, the it's gone. Mission's gone.
Basically, the point of his message is just that he's still trying to find the middle ground, and he also said that, yeah, the laser pointer for the gun shares the laser pointer for the hook shot, so if your hook shot is in use, or you're not in range, the laser
yeah, I guess that
pointer
makes
won't work for the
sense.
gun.
Oh, shit. God damn it. It's gonna take me forever to get to this tower. I just gotta be careful and grip right away.
I have a friend, Luke, that I haven't seen in a while, and I need to get back in contact with him because he's a cool guy. That
everyone,
always told me to watch the Zombie Galaxy, and I... What?
What? What does that mean?
That was
Dang.
such a worthless addition.
That was the point. Hey,
Anyway, my friend Luke always told me to go watch the Atomic Galaxy, and that made me not want to watch it,
put
even
a
if I do
Bible
know
font
it's
for
good.
Luke in the chat.
That's how you. I mean, Wayne's basically boiled down Twitch chat interaction to its bare essentials, which is just telling chat to put emotes.
Put a Frank or Z if you've ever seen a dog before.
Yeah, Team Spooky Special.
Put a Bitcoin if you paid $5 for it.
Put a Wayner Indulge if you're one of the 3 people that can use it.
I really need to do a tier 2 sub for you because I want Dobby.
I still need to make a tier 3 emote. Oh, there's a ton of new shit in this this basin. I want to go to the top of the tower. Ah!
I saw somebody in the chat actually bring up a good point, and they said, I don't know who's talking.
Well,
Wayne is the one playing the game. That might be obvious.
I'm Wayne. I own this stream.
One day I will.
He's the only one that matters.
Introduce your fucking selves. People want to know. You You've been the ones who've been talking most of the time too.
I'm Trog.
I don't care about the numbers because I know we have 1 million, but are we retaining viewers?
Yeah, we have 1,000,001 now.
Oh. I don't think there's any reason to go up here, but.
Oh, people asked about names. I'm Bout.
Bout. That is Bout. I'm Bernard. I'm the guy who has the worst mic, but I make up for it with my cunning wit.
And banging around pots and pans sometimes.
Sometimes he cooks pasta.
Sometimes I cook pasta for everybody, and everyone can hear it.
Master
We
Indie
can't eat
is.
it, but we can't hear it. Oh, hey,
Master
it's
Indie
not
is curious if you're gonna be able to find the entrance to this tower.
Well, I see.
Prepare to be disappointed.
I see that you have a big hole in the ground. Is that it? No, that's not it. I see you have a big hole in the ground, but I see that it is closed with the red stuff. I don't think this is it, but this is a hole.
It's a hole.
It's got a boost pad in it.
Let's boost!
But yeah, I don't know if you're gonna remember.
Okay, let's look.
I don't know if you guys will remember our names to our voices, but there you go.
If you want help, try listening to one of our podcasts. We say our names there. That's how promotion works, right?
Yeah.
And then when they watch this
know our
clip,
names? Watch this.
and then when they know they'll be, and then by the time they'll watch this clip on
that
Twitch
didn't work.
again,
That was almost cool as fuck.
there'll be more episodes. So work out. We only
Yeah, we're
have
just
2
waiting
right
for
now.
a game to come out.
We can talk about
Not been any releases lately.
I mean, there is E3.
Yeah, but we already did an E3 episode.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that there is E3, so there hasn't really been any big AAA game releases.
We can just talk about a game that was released this year, not recent.
That's
We can
gotta
talk
be
about
right.
Sea of Thieves.
There's no
or
way that
something.
that's not the entrance over there.
Master Indie says the entrance is hidden, and it's a bit of a puzzle, so it might not be so obvious.
Well, I see a hole.
It's just not cutting edge enough, Bell.
Yeah, we have to do newer, we have to do games as they come out.
Yeah.
Jam Douglas says we should all play Fallout 76 together.
We will.
I will probably buy that game, which is surprising because I don't like Fallout, but that one looks interesting to me. Which is funny because I hear a lot of people that do like Fallout don't like how it looks.
I like Fallout. Well, I mean, I don't love Fallout, but I like Fallout, and I'm excited.
It makes sense. If you're invested in the world of Fallout, it kind of adds nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know how I feel about that, because it's like, I don't like the newer Fallout games, but with this one, it's like so far removed that I'll give it a chance.
And that's why I like it, is because I don't really care for Fallout. I'm just not a huge RPG guy.
Whoa, Wayne found some... Master Indie, you ever expected this? You ever expected Wayne to just go in a circle and get dizzy?
I'm trying to get closer. This is what I wanted.
Master Indie's gonna have to fix this.
No, it's good.
Dude, that's sick.
That was a feature. That was absolutely intended. That was not the entrance.
Really? Okay.
I bet I have to follow this this wire. Yeah, because it's the power. It's the power. I see that the laser is being powered by this wire. And the wire... I don't know where it goes, though. I could follow it one-to-one, because I'm not sure if I was going in the right direction or not.
Hey, the newer Fallout games have been Fallout 4 and Fallout Shelters, if he's a man. I love New Vegas. I have like 700 hours in that game.
I feel like this has got to be the way out. Or into the next area, because it goes out of the pit. It looks like... I don't know, I'm gonna check it out. But I'm 99% sure that this is the answer. Yeah, like, why would it go over here?
But yeah, as somebody who is not invested at all in the story, lore, or world of Fallout, Fallout 76 just looks fun because it's like, I don't know, it looks like an interesting kind of game. It seems like the kind of game where like the game loop seems similar to Monster Hunter, where it's kind of like you just kind of grind things to get better stuff, to kill better things.
Wayne just did a
I
360.
fucking love
Shut up.
Monster Hunter, so.
Shut up, no one cares. Wayne did a 360. Do another one.
Oh.
You know, I should carry a skateboard with me everywhere I go and learn how to do a 360 ollie, like whatever I want. And because then I'd be able to end any conversation. It's an exploit. Oh no, no, no! Ah! Ah! That's not what I wanted to do.
You're trying to do the conversation speed run, so I have to optimize frames, like putting into my skateboard to end the cutscene early.
Man,
Oh, I want to hit that speed boost so bad!
every day I think about how Monster Hunter World is not out on PC yet, and I get a little sadder.
They did not announce a date.
No, they didn't announce shit at E3. E3 sucked this year. I'm convinced.
This has got to be the way. There's no way that this is not the entrance. And if I'm wasting my time, Master Izzy, you can revoke my beta key. Just kidding, don't do that. I love your game. And I will buy it when it comes out. Yeah, this is it, baby. This has to be. Puzzle solved! Someone play some Triumph music.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh no! Oh no!
My dad's like a troll again.
Puzzle not solved! I'm gonna die! Fuck! Ah!
Spagoner, you should get Monster Hunter World for PC when it comes out. Everybody should, and then we'll all make a big guild, and it'll be fun. Play with your good friend Trog.
I was willing to drop money on a PlayStation for it, and I was like, no, I'll wait for PC. And now it's taking forever to come out.
It's getting closer. They said, what? They said fall, I think, so like, couple months.
How much do you bet it'll be the fall, and it won't be a date announced yet?
God, I hope not. Don't even play me like that, Eric.
Yeah, but then that means they'll say it'll be fall, and they'll be like, oh, well, yeah, this thing we were just sitting on this. It'll be out in a week.
Is this the right side?
I will be interested to see how Monster Hunter plays with a keyboard and mouse, because that's just like, I will maybe like try it, but I have a feeling there's no way I'll be able to play that game with a keyboard and mouse.
It'll be good for like bows.
Yeah, but I mean the bow, yeah, I mean it'll be pretty good for bowgun, but...
Alright, we got this. We're going to the new content. Finally! Took me like an hour. Woo! Chat, get ready. Post your frankers and your mankas. I don't even know what Monka S or whatever that is looks like, because that's not a real Twitch emote. It's something you need an extension for or something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's just the Pepe feels bad man face.
Oh.
Specifically, it's the Pepe face, but with it's kind of like
Pepe face.
Hey, don't do that.
It's kind of like what am I trying to say? It's describing like.
It's like, I know that the emotion it's supposed to be is like scared.
Like scaredness or impending danger.
I'm curious, like, I know that's where I have to go, down that hole, but I'm curious what this cavern of spikes over here is.
Another
Well, you know what they say, whenever you see a cavern of spikes, check it out.
Well, the first things first is I gotta kill my momentum so I don't die. How the fuck do you get in there? That's like challenge mode maximum.
It looks
Maybe
like...
after you beat the boss it goes away or something.
I don't know. We'll go down that hole though, because I don't want to risk going in there.
Maybe the boss drops like a...
Yeah, Metroid
go
thing.
like...
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like Metroidvania elements to this game would make it even cooler, but I also just love Metroidvanias, so I'm biased.
There's something about the term Metroidvanias that
That's my opinion.
pisses me off.
Not enough VR games are cool. Too many of them are lame.
Yeah, it looks like VR games with...
Sorry.
And it just looks like they're all like, hey, check it out, VR! Check out this VR game, my man! And it's like, you peeled potatoes or something.
We went to PAX East, and we saw Giant Bomb's panel, and one of the things Jeff Gerstmann was saying about VR is that every VR game's premise is just, what if you had a gun? That's it.
Yeah. What if you had a gun? Imagine it.
What if you were holding a gun in your hand?
Oh shit, we gotta jump these spikes. Oh fuck. Ah! Ooh! Oh, that was too close. I did not think my... Are we there yet? Oh fuck. Oh shit, we don't want to hit those spikes. Is that water? That is water.
Don't hit anything.
Oh shit.
I mean, to me, the thing with VR is that it's like sort of history repeating itself in a way with remember whenever the Wii came out and it was motion controls and everybody was like, whoa, motion controls are the fucking future. This is it. This is like the next level of immersion. And then 90% of Wii games were shitty shovelware where you just waved your hands around.
Yeah, check it out, motion controls.
VR, except replace waving your hands around with shitty gallery shooters.
The thing is, I think VR actually has a... Why did you do that, Master Indy? That was some fucking Sonic bullshit. That's literally...
That was some Sonic bullshit.
You just got owned.
Yeah, it's also the same with the
Shovelware is
Kinect.
already a huge problem for VR. It's not going to be. It already is. Just take a look at the Steam pages for VR. There are some really good VR games, but a lot of them are cash-ins.
It's the unfortunate combo of the VR's main platform being the Steam marketplace.
You know, it's really neat to be playing a game and just being able to yell at the dev directly and have him know why I'm angry immediately. What the fuck was that? What were you thinking?
Who are you thinking?
Alright, well now I know to be careful. I'm gonna avoid that jump.
He's gonna put even bigger spikes there and be like, you can thank Wayneradiotv for this.
Nah, I gotta make a stunt compilation. That'll get me the big views. Ah!
You gotta figure out how to do the big twist.
Twist.
Okay. Right, here's my plan. Ooh, there we go. We're taking it slow.
Remember whenever... Now I'm just thinking about, everyone being excited for the Wii, and I remember being, I don't even know how old I was when the Wii came out. I think, early high school. And I just remember being damn, man, the Wii, that seems so cool. Could you imagine playing, a sword fighting game? And then they never released a good sword fighting game for the Wii.
Red Steel, I was just about to say.
And that was the only one. I think it was okay.
Yeah, but I don't even think that was, particularly good.
I had a lot of fun with it.
VR's yet to have a game with amazing combat. That was
I feel like that's not the strength of VR. I feel like we need to leave behind the old conceptions of how we interact with the world, in just regular ass games, where it's just oh, you have a gun, which is your arm. This is how you interact with the world. You click on things to shoot them. You move around with your arrows. This could change what is considered fun and stuff, because there's already those job simulator games. Well, job simulator.
There's a game that is supposedly coming out called Elysium VR that looks to be just Dark RP VR, and I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be
all I've wanted since VR has come out. All I've wanted since I bought my fucking Vive is I just want Gmod in VR.
Gmod VR would be amazing.
How did you not see that coming, Wayne?
I thought I was, by looking upwards, I thought I was gonna somehow get more upwards momentum. Here's the right idea.
A ramp leading into a wall of spikes. I wonder.
This is a long fucking maze, but I like that you added this puzzle platforming aspect to it. This is really cool.
Gotta shake it up.
Swing right in. Woo!
It looks like you just skipped a whole bunch of the puzzle.
Well, I mean, that's one of the solutions.
All of it.
No, it's a piece of man. Gmod and VR, or Gmod in VR is not VR chat, because I want the like sandbox elements of being able to like.
There are some places
spawn
in VR chat that try to do that, but it's not. Like,
I want
it's
to
not
build
Gmod.
and I want to kill people.
Yeah, I want an extreme
Whoa!
survival game. Not
I
none
want
of
to
this
build
like
and I want
3
to call
logs
out
makes a
RDM
wall.
and MLR on people.
I really
That'd be
just
pretty cool.
want to play
This is
Dark
my other
Art
boss's older brother.
VR, and I really just want to be able to like stand next to an 8-year-old who's trying to sell me a gun, and then kills me for no reason. Like I just want to experience that in first person.
The one thing I'm worried about with Elysium VR is 2 things. One, they have like a weird... There's something about blockchains being incorporated into the game that's a little bit worrying. That sounds like it could be like a scam, but like they haven't really elaborated on it and people don't know much about it. But the other thing I'm worried about is I'm worried that they're going to take it too far in the serious direction. Because I saw like it's like, oh, work a government job, be trained to do a government job, and I'm like, I just want to pick cop and then RDM something. That's
Yeah,
all
remember whenever you got, whenever you
Remember like Half-Life 2
tried to
RPG
play
or-
fucking Star Wars?
Yes, that is exactly what that makes me think of.
Well,
Wait,
like
check
Star
out
Wars
Wars
RP and
You're
you
like
spend-
perp
you
RP, like that's
like,
all I think of.
You literally had to spend like hours doing like basic training.
I tried to play Star Wars RP for the sake of fucking around on it, and like the entirety of my time playing that game was me. Like, so you spawn in a Star Wars RP server. It's like a Clone Wars Star Wars RP server, so everyone's like a clone soldier. And what happens is you start in a room, and it says, please wait for an instructor. And I sat there for like 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden, a guy comes in, and he starts saying, hello, I'm Commander Cooper, Sparks and I'm here to train you. And it was like a 12-year-old just telling me about battle formations for like 20 minutes. It was the stupidest shit. And
Oh man,
They wouldn't
Harry
let you.
Potter
They
RP,
wouldn't let
though.
you name yourself Watto.
Oh yeah, my name was Watto Star War, and they were like, hey, you can't have that name. No canon names. And I'm like, there's not a character named Watto Star War in Star Wars.
Can't name yourself Luke Johnson.
I'm pretty sure they told me that at the same time that they caught me for murdering someone. Like, I was hiding in, like... That's the one good side of those fucking shitty RP servers, is like, I was just like in the depths of the bowels of the spaceship where no one went ever. Like after I had just killed someone and like thrown them down an elevator shaft, and then like some admin with a Yoda model like flew up to me and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then I killed him and got bandits.
Hey, what are you doing? I love how you can kill admin. That's just insanity. Oh, but a game I really want to see in VR that I think could be utilized to its fullest is Space Station 13. That shit would be crazy. Just the basic premise of like Mega TTT with a bunch of obtuse mechanics. Oh, that would be great.
So
Yeah.
I haven't pointed it out yet, but this boss is specifically. Oh shit! I'm gonna fall. Yeah, I'm gonna fall. Damn it!
I think any kind of like mafia style game would be interesting in VR.
There is one. It's
Yeah.
called like Werewolves or something like that. It has like PSVR crossplay, but it's like it's not interactive. It's just you sit around a fireplace and it's like a social thing. Like
Yeah, that's not as interesting.
You're
Oh,
saying your mic's
yeah,
a
that's
little
weird.
quiet on the screen, or the music's a little louder than the audio. Your audio specifically, though.
it's because I don't have a setup in which I can always face my mic. Like right now, I think I'm facing my mic. Wait, let's see. Hold on. Let me ride on this man real quick.
It sounds like game audio might just be a little loud.
Another type of game I've always wanted to see in like VR is like an actual survival game, not just like you found a rock and a stick. Here is like a shovel or something. I mean like some caveman survival shit. I want to bang some rocks together and make stuff.
Going back to what you said about Star Wars RP, did you guys tell them about Hogwarts RP?
Oh yeah, Hogwarts.
Everyone knows about
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts RP, I feel like.
Sit on
How
a
many-
candle and get banned.
Is it just Mira that's banned now?
No, I mean, there's more than one server for Hogwarts RP, but I'm pretty sure...
Oh, I thought there was one.
There was... So, in Hogwarts RP, you have to RP as a Hogwarts student. It's just the shittiest thing. It's just like, okay, here's your class, go to your class, and the teacher's just there and he says, okay, everyone line up and I'll teach you your spell, and he just gives you a book and you learn a spell. And like, but then the other part of Star Wars RP is like, if you're caught outside of the map at all, like you just get devastated. Like, we found a way to glitch ourselves off a bridge, and we just sat under the bridge on a bunch of rocks and hung out, and we saw like a fucking like Voldemort mod or whatever, I don't know what the fuck they called themselves, came up and was just like, hey, who's in the river? And like we literally just swam under the water in it, and like Mira and like someone else got banned like immediately, and I managed to hide from them by hiding under a rock. The mods literally couldn't look under a rock. I'm fucking stuck. Oh, it's because I don't have my board.
I know how to talk to shitty role-playing game admins.
What's the problem? I still don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Diarn. What's going on? Are you having an issue?
An issue with the stream?
I don't know. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Trying to help him out.
Right now. Oh, okay. So the boss is in the last part of this.
What's going on?
What is going on? Is that thing moving? No, it's just me that's moving.
Oh, he probably can't post the picture because I don't know. Yeah, how do you give people?
It's gamer status. It's a roll. Oh my god! The combined speed of me flying at that thing with its own like limb rotation was crazy.
Yeah, this game looks terrifying.
I'm not that scared of it, but like when you're about to get smacked into a wall like that, you get scared for the fun of it. Oh, I already blew up this arm. Where's the next one? Over there. Over there!
Ow.
Some guy, the last time I played this, some guy donated $5 to play like an Attack on Titan song, and that was like a great choice. Something like that. I don't watch Attack on Titan anymore. What? Oh! I got blasted!
No, Zachary, we are probably not playing Divinity 2 tonight.
No.
I think this is just VR tonight.
Just VR night. Where's the last one? I can't remember what. Okay, I've blown up that leg.
He's got like this core, or you got all of his legs?
No, the core's not open yet. I gotta blow up another leg. I blew up that leg, so I guess it's that one. I don't think I've blown up 3 blocks.
Oh yeah, he's got 4.
Oh no, I blew them all up, so it must be open. Hold on, let me check the bottom entrance. Please don't blast me.
He's gonna try.
Oh, I got a hook. Damn it! Okay, well, I mean, it's not like I lose any progress.
This reminds me a lot of Pride.
Yeah, that's like, the movement-wise, I assume that was one of his inspirations.
Yeah, I love that skating around stuff.
Where to drive the grappling hooks and jet boost.
Yeah, the grappling hook really changes shit up because you can like do that stuff where you're spinning around on the ground earlier to turn.
The grappling hook is like, without this, it wouldn't be fun.
Meat and taters.
Specifically how physical the grappling hook is. Like, it's not just like, oh, point somewhere and you fly over there. Like, you actually have to swing on it, and that's the cool part.
Mm-hmm.
It's the closest thing we have to, like, Spider-Man 2 VR, too.
That's what I was thinking.
Alright, we gotta get down there. Oh, fuck. Oh, they leave their shots now? Oh, wow, that almost hit me.
I wasn't paying attention to the conversation, but anybody who isn't Wayne, can you tell me if what Jam Douglas said was like pertinent to the conversation at hand, or did he just say that?
I
You said that.
Dude, you're funny. I like that.
Let me see. I don't see it.
You gotta scroll up, but
Hey,
you can't.
let me say, if you are just tuning in, or if you've been here for a little while and I haven't addressed you, thank you so much for watching. I stream more than just this game, and it's always fun. So if you could give a follow, that'd be great. We have a Discord you can join. That is where you can get immediate updates on my whereabouts. I will always have my location listed in the Discord. So if I ever do something bad, you can kill me.
Longitude and latitude.
And smell.
As well as up and down. You never know if he's going to be in a subterranean cave.
All my streams come from a subterranean cave. Why do you think I never get noise complaints? That's something I've thought. In the summer, I have I have a window air conditioner, so my window's essentially open every time I stream. And like my neighbor's house is obviously right next to my house. I'm surprised I've never gotten a noise complaint.
They know you're an important streamer.
Yeah, Twitch streamers are the most valuable members of society.
Police will just come to your house.
Sorry, lady. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little richer.
Yeah.
Big bosses.
I think Balp should tell a story about his streamer neighbor or his YouTuber.
Oh
neighbor.
yeah.
I don't even know about
He
that.
found the guy even.
Leave that poor man alone.
You might have to someone donated for a song. I don't know. It depends if it's too loud or not.
Bel's just afraid that he's gonna hear him through the walls now that he's.
Fuck, you gotta do that all over again.
I'll get there fast. I don't want to lose this. Wait, where? This is right. I'm going the right way.
You're going the right way. Yeah, we're going to tunnel.
Right time to talk. Thank you for Post Mortimer for saying that you like us. Yeah, I'll leave his name out of it. His online handle too. But
No,
the
it's
point
Rain
was
of
that
Guys.
at some point I lived next to at first I just thought the guy was crazy and that he was talking to himself a lot. But it turned out he was a streamer, and because he always talked about the same games over and over, and he was talking to himself. I was like, you're streaming, or you're making YouTube videos, or Let's Plays, or whatever. And I just looked up he was playing Phoenix Wright. I just looked up Phoenix Wright Boston or something like that, and lo and behold, I found him. So.
And then at one point he was streaming Dark Souls 3, and our pal Mira got into his game using Cheat Engine and was just clipping to the floor and fucking around. I don't know if he killed him. I don't think he killed him. But
I thought he was trying to do the thing where you hit somebody and it just fucks the game up forever.
Yeah,
No, you hit them and it gives them extra souls, so it's soft banned.
No, he just
Oh no, yeah,
toying
that's
with
what it
people.
was. He was trying to get him soft banned. I don't condone that behavior. I think that's
Yeah, come
bad.
on.
I don't think anybody here condones that behavior. Don't do that. You're a bad person.
Mira just turned into a vile creature when it came to Dark Souls 3 because the game wouldn't let him play it.
With all Dark Souls game Mira's history, he said,
Dark Souls 2, he accidentally joined the Conqueror's Covenant the moment the game started, which makes the game twice as hard, and he didn't realize that because that's not something it tells you.
He was able to beat Bloodborne when it first came out only because he left the game on for 40 hours and the RAM overloaded and all the bosses.
Yeah, there's a memory leak.
Yeah.
I feel bad. That donation. Oh shit! I can't be up here. Oh, this is not good. I'm gonna die.
I love how that's a thing. You just fatigue their robot brains.
Is this a jump? That's not a jump.
But yeah, I do remember the funny part was that he had no quality control. That guy, whatever he recorded, that's what went up on YouTube. Whatever came through, that was what was on Twitch. So and he was the kind of content creator where he would take his entire streaming sessions on Twitch and just throw them up on YouTube and call it a day. He wouldn't edit anything like Wayne. So when it was funny because when Mira invaded him on Dark Souls 3, I heard that. And he also didn't edit anything, so that video is on his channel. And I get the feeling that if I looked for it, I could find one of his Phoenix Wright Let's Play videos is probably just me banging on the wall telling him to shut up so I can study for my finals.
You reach through the fourth wall.
That was cool. Good job, Master Indy. I will say the only complaint I have about that is it's visually it's very similar to the first boss because they're both spiders sort of things, but it was fun. I mean, and gameplay wise it was definitely majorly different enough that I'm not complaining like it's definitely not the same boss twice in a row. It's completely different.
Yeah, make it an octopus next time.
He had like a cool little like core part that was like a big maze to get into.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's just that it's like, oh, it's a spider again.
The only thing I'll say I'm disappointed in is that he did not decide, after watching the first time Wayne streamed this, he did not decide to add in a giant Tony Hawk robot as the final boss.
I forgot that we were talking about that.
Slightly
for, like,
disappointing.
The that stream. No,
But,
well,
you know.
shit. I'm excited to go fight the worm.
At least a secret boss, you know? Just like, he doesn't even have to be 3D animated, just like throw in a sprite of Tony Hawk.
Throw in a sprite like the soda.
Oh, you're gonna get the Butter Dragon treatment. It's gonna be somewhere completely out of the way.
I'm fine with that. Just put it somewhere. Slip just a tiny picture of Tony Hawk.
We're not like Kickstarter backers though, so we can't make this decision. We're not Butter Dragon people. God, what a weird thing.
What is the... Alright, put a fucking price tag on it, Master Indy. How much do I have to pay you to get Tony Hawk in this game?
Well, we need Tony Hawk on it too, though.
Well,
No, he doesn't have to know.
Tony Hawk, you want to be in a VR game that's tangentially about skateboarding?
There's like the tier list for like creating your own perk in the Kickstarter and just being like, oh, this is Tony Tonk.
Tony Tonk.
Tony Tonk, the very famous skateboarder who was able to do the 901.
Anthony Falcon.
The 901. He did
Anthony Falcon, the greatest board skater that ever lived.
I would totally watch like a shonen anime that was just like about Tony Hawk. Oh shit, music's playing.
Tony Hawk would have to be that guy that's like always standing in the light and you never really see his face too much and he just says really cool stuff and then walks away.
I think the worm's gonna come for me now or something.
Stony Thonk.
Whoa, I thought this shit was all caves.
Oh no. You haven't seen this game before? It's called Jet Island for a reason. And right up there is the final boss.
Oh, is there like a weather to like sun like
It
go
looks
down?
like, I don't know. No, I think it's the same. It does look like more Twilight, but I don't think that's the case.
Or is that just like you've like turned the final boss on and like those worlds and things?
Well, the music is definitely because you have to beat the bosses to turn off all the lasers, which weaken the boss, and the music indicates now that it's time for the final encounter. You hyped this up, Master Indy, so I'm hoping this is as good as you said it was. Although I think it's going to start with me dying.
I have never played World of Warcraft. My name, it comes from Trogdor from Homestar Runner, because I made the name when I was 11. And
Yeah,
I kept...
his old username was Trogdor, and then his social security number.
Yeah.
We convinced him to change it.
Nobody can remember the numbers at the end of
Oh
mine.
yeah, no way. Oh, I've changed my handle so many times now. I've had like 10 over my life, like established ones that people call me by, not just renames.
I came up with Balk back in 2009, I think, and it just works because no one takes it. And if you do take it, you suck.
My brother thought it was a good name.
Oh shit, you added like way more spikes to that, man, didn't you? That looks hella more dangerous than it was the last time I played.
You know, funny enough, my name comes from World of Warcraft.
I thought your name?
Yeah, because when I played World of Warcraft, you can't make your characters' names have like numbers or like multiple words or anything. You can't have like alternating capital letters or anything.
Yeah.
So I tried to come up with a fancy, like a fantasy name, and I just based it off of my real name, and it wound up being Logmore.
That's funny.
Okay, well, great. I'm excited to fight this boss, but he's going away. I can't reach him anymore.
Mine's just a shortened term for Dionysus because I ran with that name for a while because I was drunk all the time.
Sorry, Link.
And he lived in
I
a barrel.
can't give credit.
No, that was
when you're a little
Diogenes.
Yeah, that's
nature.
Diogenes.
My bad.
This song is going to start.
that
I thought
man
they
was
just all
crazy.
lived in barrels. I thought everybody lived in barrels back then.
Let's not kid ourselves. All of Greek is just barrels. They just like those buildings with the pillars.
Thank you for the donation. I hope it doesn't clash too much with the song it's playing in the game. Did you donate for a song?
His message say that his message say? His message said that the song starts quiet but gets louder.
His message say,
Suzanne,
You
Swain.
should just do a version of SGDQ where all the messages are read by someone who doesn't understand English.
She say,
Message say, hey,
this go hard as hell. Flock.
Oh, get over game up in here.
I can't say the rest of this quote on Twitch or else I'll get banned.
What? Did something happen?
Do I just have to wait now? I don't think I can. By the time the problem I have right now is by the time I get up to the islands, he's gonna be back down here. Yeah,
Well, then-
that's a request I have, Master Indy. Make him, like, chase you. Why would he be running away when it's time to fight him? He's so
Because
far
you're
now that the
supposed-
boss music stopped.
You're supposed to jet around,
Master Indy says he stays up there, so go
Oh,
up
okay,
there.
so that's where I have to go to. Oh shit, that's cool. Okay, I hope I can get up there easily.
dude. Let me just ignore these giant floating islands with all the stuff between them. How do I get up
no,
there?
but like I didn't realize that was gonna be like the point, is that you fight them on the flying islands. I thought because beforehand when I fought him last time, he just goes around the island randomly, and like he does go up that high, but he doesn't. Okay, where's the main entry point to the island? It's over there.
Yeah, I feel like you'd only get confused by this if you happened to play the game before it was like this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause my first instinct was to just get high as possible.
Is this the fucking Thanos movie theme, or am I wrong about that?
Thanos movie. That's what it was called.
Alright, so there's 2 songs playing right now. Sorry for everyone's ears. I should really give one of you guys access to my stream logs. I don't know, was it Rusty's donation?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the donation, but you picked a bad time. I think it's over. Oh yeah, never mind, thank you.
I'd probably fuck everything up if you gave me access to anything technical.
Can you do that? Or are you saying just like literally give one of us your password?
I mean, just give someone the password.
Okay.
Literally all you'd be able to do is just turn off the song.
I feel like a good thing that needs to be invented for the streaming community is the ability to remotely control streams.
I mean, I know you can co-stream. Like, I know you can, like, put your webcams together, so there's gotta be some semblance of something like that.
The most that I could find is that you can install a plugin for OBS that installs like a WebSocket protocol, which will do things like I could control what scene you're on and like what graphics appear, but I wouldn't be able to add any. I could only change what scene it's on and what visuals show up.
I think I'm wrong about the source of this audio. I don't think it's from Thanos the movie. It sounds like a normal song.
I think Jim said it was from Man of Steel.
Oh. This is when Superman's
You're wrong.
killing a city and murdering.
It was a DC song, you boob. You got it all wrong.
Well, it just goes to show how similar DC and Marvel are.
You take that back right now.
And
Nothing
you lowered the island, did you? Because it looks like it's not as far. I've tried to make this jump before, and I've never been able to do it.
Oh yeah, man, I loved Grow Home. That was a fun game. I know they made a sequel. I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, though.
How's Grow
Me
Home?
too. It's like same thing.
Grow Home is a game where you play as a robot and you climb a giant beanstalk, and it's pretty fun.
That sounds good.
It's cool. I never beat
It's
it.
very, it's very fun because the objective is just literally like platforming and flying this kind of thing in the sky, and that's a very fun kind of like clear kind of like, oh, your objective is up, go there.
I always wanted a game that was like a Fallout style, well, fucking Bethesda game style, open RPG stuff everywhere. But it was on like this road that you had to go down. Like the end of the game was at the end of the road.
Would there be stuff on the side of the
Yeah.
road?
Yeah, there'd be stuff on the side of the road in the way, stuff you'd have to deal with, but like the entire point of the game is you have to get from point A to point B. Everything else is either an obstacle or a potential opportunity.
Alright. We ready? We ready, chat?
Get ready.
Drop a flanker Z if you're ready.
Put a Dobby in the chat, if you can. Not many
Oh.
people can. No, I think 2 people can.
If you can.
Put it down.
If you're
in the
able
chat.
to, if you can figure out the secret.
I missed the last speed boost. I hope I can still make this jump. Oh, there's another
Got
one.
it.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, it really does sound like that, huh, Jim?
What?
Wrapped in Black from Sonic Rush.
I don't remember what that is.
It's
We
like
made
the
it!
boss theme.
Oh, I need that checkpoint big time.
Who did the music for that? I can never remember his name.
Hideki Naganuma, the
Right,
god.
yeah, the Jet Set Radio guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember, the only song I remember from that game is, like, the song that plays when you fight the cat at the end, and then the song that plays when you fight the robot after you fight the cat. I remember those two. That game had a good soundtrack.
Yeah, man. It's the Jet Set Radio guy.
I do like this boss music, but this could I don't know how hard it is to do this because I'm not a programmer, but one of my favorite things in any game, dynamic music. This would benefit from like starting off with like a broken down slower version of the song and then ramping it up as you got closer to it. Because right now this is I assume this is that I've heard the whole song already. I don't think it's gonna change unless there's like a phase 2. But it's like, especially starting the music when I'm so far away from the fight, I'm assuming I have another 20 minutes of gameplay before I actually get to fight him. Dynamic music, man, that's
That seems like a hard thing.
It's probably
but I
hard.
don't know.
I don't know.
Good
I mean,
mindset.
It's probably hard
I'm
to
a
make it
programmer,
smooth.
but I'm not a game programmer. But I mean, I could see how it would not be trivial. But I mean, you know, games have been doing it for a while. I mean, think about like Banjo-Kazooie did it. The music changes when you go underwater. So, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I guess the real tricky stuff is like the things that the Nier Automata guys did to like basically just make the same song play differently.
Yeah,
Somehow.
I mean, that's on like another level.
That's
I'm
like they
sure there's
made
a
the
much more
song, like,
simple way to
simple.
implement what they
What are you
did.
talking about? I like haven't
This is
played
like
enough
a
Nier
layered
to know
song
exactly.
system, isn't it?
Nier Automata, like, they do a bunch of stuff like you were talking about with the music, with it changing depending on what you're doing and stuff, and there's like a bunch of blog posts they made, like, going into detail the programming side of how they did it. It's pretty interesting.
Oh shit.
I noticed that.
Yeah, dynamic music. That's like Nier's is crazy. I just didn't.
I wish
just
I could
couldn't
run
remember
that
the
shit.
specifics. I need
Did you ever
to
beat
finish
that game?
No, I like.
Yeah, it was on
I
the
like
Nintendo,
played. I played like 2 or 3 hours of it.
Have you beat the first ending,
No.
even?
2 or 3
Just
hours.
said you just played a couple hours.
I just said
Oh,
I
I
played 2 or 3
didn't hear that
hours.
part.
The,
Sorry.
I just the,
No,
the
you
last
got
thing. The last thing I did was they're in the desert and the robots spawn the white-haired man.
Oh yeah, you're like only maybe a third of the way done with the first ending.
I can't run near. Huh. Even on the lowest. I'm on 800 by 600, lowest possible settings. Everything else turned on.
Hey, so I've been having you guys from the stream. You may have been hearing me complain occasionally about performance issues in VR games just in general, and I figured out what it was. Steam VR got a system. Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta focus. What is that? Whoa! What? He blasted me with a fucking death ray. Damn it! That knocked me so far back because I was lazy and I skipped one of the checkpoints. But the I figured out why I was having performance issues. SteamVR incorporated like an automatic super sampling function where like when you're looking at something that wasn't very hard to render, it would turn up how good the game looked. And that was fucking me because it thought with my 1080 and i7 I could handle like 300 times super sampling or like 300% super sampling like 100% of the time. So I forced it down to 120% and now I like don't get reproduction anymore. I always thought it was weird that so many VR games ran like total shit when I had such a good rig.
That's weird that SteamVR would just make that assumption for you.
Well, no, it like I think it should be able to for like if I'm playing like Valve games. Like, shit that's like optimized, right? But games aren't optimized and can't handle that.
I have no luck with game performance. I spent a lot of time trying to make Tekken 7 work correctly. No dice. But in the process, I somehow made Witcher 3 able to run at ultra 60 FPS permanently without like really changing anything.
Zapizza Man,
what kind of cards
it's in
do you
the
have?
Zapizza Man.
Well,
it's in the-
GTX 980, so it like it's I guess it's like expected, but for some reason it was like not running at 60 FPS for a while, and then it just suddenly started doing it when I was trying to fix Tekken.
It's
weird.
in the Zapisa Man. It's in the windowed Steam VR settings. Like when you click on the window. This is hella cool. I'm so high up.
Don't fall.
Oh wait, hey, the music is changing. There's dubstep now. That's a video game staple. I'm not like I don't listen to dubstep, but like I will never really hate a song in a video game for having that kind of sound in it. There's just been too many good songs in a game that have had that.
Master Indie, did you make this music yourself, or is this like some that you bought or something like that? Just curious.
It's pretty cool. Hey Moogle, I'll admit, yesterday I was playing this. Ooh. It's so much fun.
Royalty
Master
free.
Andy, can you put Amazing Frog music in your game?
We probably confused the shit out of this, man.
Nah.
Hey man, can you put Tony Hawk and Amazing Frog music in this game? You should know what we mean by that and what we want.
I mean, come on. Everybody knows who Tony Hawk is. That's a perfectly reasonable.
Tony Hawk is a joke that we came up with.
Yeah, but he's a real person. It's not like we're
What?
saying like.
What?
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 Wait, just wait a
forgot.
second.
Where do I have to go now? Oh wait, this is all still a flying island. Man, this is so big that the scale, I couldn't tell whether or not this was part of the base island or if I was... Man, good shit.
Oh fuck, dude! I totally forgot. I got hit by a car today.
Oh,
What?
okay.
I was on my bike, and I was just going up the street, and on an intersection, this guy came out, and I thought he was gonna stop, but he didn't, and it just shot my bike out in front of me, and I landed on my feet and gave him the universal "What the fuck, dude" sign.
You just reminded
Glad
me...
you didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
just
dude, me
reminded me-
too.
I saw the craziest shit driving to work yesterday.
And yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay.
I'm glad you're okay.
Everyone,
okay?
people were asking.
Oh.
Just wanted to say.
I thought you were saying that because I thought you were mad that I didn't ask, are you okay?
Oh no.
That's very good. That's very good. It's almost
That's
like
why I explained it. That's because I thought it would come off that way. No,
I know.
people in the chat were asking.
It's funny. I like that in like a meta way. Like I have brain trauma. Like, oh, I was in a car accident today. Wait a minute.
Wait a sec. I landed on my feet. That was the best part. I'd never felt so cool in my life.
You're like those guys in the YouTube compilations of getting just like demolished by a 16-wheeler on their motorcycle and then just like getting up.
Yeah.
You a Grand Theft Auto NPC.
Oh man,
You
especially in the
got-
Grand Theft
town.
Auto created character.
But yeah, I totally could have sued, especially with the town I'm in. But like, I don't need any shit like that. And like, it was just a kid.
Damn it.
I didn't want
driving
to
a
tire.
car?
Well,
Yeah,
he's
it was
like
just a 4-year-old.
16 and above.
I know, I'm joking on you.
He had his first little chinny hairs.
It
But
was
now
just
he
a
knows
toddler
there's so much
driving
health.
a car. That's legal now.
I wish.
children cars.
You wish it was legal for toddlers to drive cars? Would you
I
like
mean,
to
as long as they were
take
given the
that
proper
statement
training.
back? Because it's on video now.
As long as they were given the proper training, it'd be funny.
That would be that would be so funny. Just see a 6-year-old coming by on an Escalade.
He's like, I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese, and then he goes 100 miles per hour down the freeway.
Yeah, because you know how
driving.
children are known for their restraint and responsibility and ability not to act on emotions.
Alright, I gotta
Good night, Rusty.
Good night, Rusty.
Rusty, going to bed.
Good night.
Sorry about the poor timing of your donation. That's the thing is, like, I appreciate donations, and it does keep me doing this. But, like, I think I put too much emphasis on, like, donate for a song, because so many of the games I play, like, you can't donate for a song. It doesn't work. Like, I'm playing Beat
Yeah,
Saber, and that, like, does
like-
not, you can't donate for a song, there's so many donates.
The only other streamer I watch that does that is Simple
Simple
Flips, and he plays games where the sound is not important, or he has a way to turn the music off specifically. So,
Yeah. I've got to come up with some other donation incentive. I was thinking if I... fucking hell! I couldn't do anything about that! What the fuck? You gotta make that more choreographed. like, he's gotta, like, there should be at least, like, 30 seconds of, like, so I have time to get behind something. Because that's fucked. I gotta go so far now, and I also lost all my height that I was getting for the, to get that power-up that I got. Like, most of the time, the man isn't even aiming his laser at me, and that time he's just like, oh, hey, there's that guy I'm trying to kill.
Oops.
But yeah, oh yeah, so I got interrupted trying to tell you this story. But Dion's talking about being hit by a car reminded me, I think I saw the craziest thing I've ever seen while driving.
Oh yeah?
I was on the highway, and I saw, I was just driving, it was normal traffic. It was like, pretty packed, but it wasn't enough to slow anyone down from their day. Like, you could go 60, but there were a lot of cars on the freeway. And in the shoulder, some guy in a white SUV was just fucking gunning it backwards down the shoulder. When I say gunning it, he was going at least, like, 50 miles per hour backwards. And it was
he going the correct way?
No. No, he was going backwards down the freeway, and so, like, we're oncoming cars heading down this fucking, like, reverse SUV, and it was like, imagine I almost said you're on the right side of the highway, but you're always on the right side of the highway. You're in the highway, and the right shoulder, just some guy, I thought I was gonna die. And, like, I watched him for as far as I could in the mirror, and he, like, it literally, I couldn't see where he was going after a certain part. It looked like he was about to just go into some fucking trees. I don't know what was going on there, but I hope that man got arrested.
Master Indy wants you to know that you can blast the gun at your feet to jump really high.
Right, I always forget about that. Will that be high enough to get that power up?
There was a clip the other day of, like, I saw, like, someone, like, pulling into traffic and being, like, pulling into backed up, like, freeway traffic from the on-ramp and being like, oh, fuck, and they're, like, backing up it to back off the ramp from the highway back to the street they're on and, like, getting in the fucking way because it's one way, but they keep backing up and they like go back off from the on-ramp and they keep like going on the street and they just are still going in reverse and they're like going back on the street they were on like full 45 miles an hour in reverse and they just never keep stopping driving in reverse. Like this cameras keep following them and like when are they gonna fucking turn around? Did we get that one yet?
No, it was not in Ohio. I do not live in Ohio.
When I was going to my grandparents' house, I almost got onto the interstate the wrong way. Because whenever you get to the outskirts of like Fort Worth, stuff just gets fucked. The streets don't make any sense.
There's just like anything. What the fuck? Okay, you gotta fix that. There's like no. It shouldn't do that. It should at least just blast me really fucking far. It shouldn't devastate me back to the checkpoint. Ugh.
Is there no checkpoint on that next island?
I didn't find it yet. But even so, like, when I'm trying to make progress here, that's really, really annoying.
He said he'll fix it.
Yeah, no, I'm not like mad at you. I'm just mad at the circumstance in the moment. Don't worry. You would have to fuck up real hard to make me not like this game.
Don't worry. He's internalizing it all.
But anyways, yeah. Outside my grandparents' house, there's a 4-way intersection mimic. It's like you pull up to it and it looks like it's a 4-way intersection, but in reality the road perpendicular to you is a 1-way road off-ramp coming off the interstate. Ooh. So I turned onto it and I saw a car coming at me. Luckily, because it's Texas, there's just a good old field of dirt next to me at all times, so I just drove onto that and went right back to where I was.
Texas' most famous out.
There it is. Export. You ever seen someone do a trick like this? Ooh, I never even thought of the fact that you could spin it like that.
Damn.
Hey, please add like an early 2000s sports game like announcer for whenever you do tricks like cool. Radical.
Ooh. Yeah, and then add in like like in the Tony Hawk games, whenever you do tricks, you get like the name of the trick and how many points it is at the bottom of the screen. Just like add that in for everything you do.
But with it all plugged in a randomizer. quantum blarf, and it just gives
I
you
want to
the
see a
stuff.
special meter.
It calculates based on because no two moves would be exactly the same. So depending on the trajectory of your board, it gives you a random name. Nice, a dubious flirt. Grand Cloco.
Man, now
Raunchy chunkers,
now I really just want
30,000
somebody to
points.
make Tony Hawk VR. I don't know how it would work. Probably not very well, but I just want to see it.
Tony Hawk VR. Relive that time when you tried to put on a quarter pipe and ate shit. It's very
I just want to hear more about this. I just want to put every single skateboard name, move name into a neural network now.
Oh yeah.
Please do.
Skateboarding moves.
Cramp Dog.
Alright, good night, guys. I gotta go to bed.
Good night, Bell.
Good night, Val.
Good night, Bell.
Do a 370 jaunt. Good night, Bal.
370 John. That sounds like a real one.
370. Just could you imagine trying to actually pull off a 370?
Yeah.
That's like the most specific angle that you have to hit.
That's a nice power up.
That's like 1,000 years in the future when we all got computers in our brains. And that's what the kids are gonna be doing. It's like, oh, check out my 167. Just sick.
Yeah, you have to get specific angles and degrees. Check out this acute 152 ollie. Somehow it's acute and also 152.
It wouldn't be and also one, two.
Is there anything I can do once he it seems like the laser is just all powerful.
Just zigzag serpentine. He's doing it.
There's not enough control to do that though. Man, I'm getting carpal tunnel. I'm 99% sure I should go to a doctor.
Athletes just get better and better as years go on, huh? Like, the next generation of professional skateboarders are gonna be breaking all kinds of records.
For sure.
Like, when are we gonna get the 9,000?
I mean, yeah, the 900 was crazy, but now skateboarding's in the Olympics and shit, so I think the competition is only gonna get crazier.
I think I'm trying to imagine a 9,000 in my head, and I'm imagining a man spinning as fast as a helicopter blade immediately, and then
I want SSX shit in real life.
He's
yeah.
Damon. Not a single hair to hinder his air resistance. He's wearing a special suit covered in fins and fans, and he just.
The biggest sin
he gets launched out of a machine that's a Beyblade thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say one of those rip
Yeah, and then
things.
skateboarders go against each other, and and we're just making human Beyblades now.
One of the biggest sins EA has ever made, fuck microtransactions, fuck Battlefront. They made SSX a realistic snowboarding game.
What?
Yeah, that's bullshit. I mean, they haven't made one since
Yeah, they
the
pretty much
last
stopped
one,
making
2010 or whatever, but
whenever you go from the SSX 3 and on tour to whatever the fuck the next one was, it's just what a joke.
I loved SSX 3.
I announced this stream that I was going to play more games, and I think I'll play at least one more, but man, I did not expect myself to get so invested in this. I didn't realize I was going to play through the whole game.
Oh yeah, also Wayne, Master Indy said that you're the first play tester to get this far, which is why the laser's fucking you so bad.
Oh shit. That's cool. I'll make you proud!
Dude, from here on, in every iteration of the game, these lasers are going to be honed by you. How does that feel?
I will tame them.
I mean, he had a whole tower honed by him before because he couldn't find the entrance. So the developer just blew it up and was like, here's the entrance. There you go. Can't miss it now.
I want to fight that man, but I'm also scared of the laser.
Oh, I'd be so passive-aggressive with it. I'd put up a bunch of neon arrows, here it is, here's the entrance.
There's just a caricature of me with a poop coming out of my butt and stick lines.
Just as a corpse near the side of the entrance.
Do the little shots even do anything?
Possibly not, because I think Master Indy said early on in the stream that he's never seen anybody even try to shoot small shots at the weak points.
Sometimes I want to do it fast. Jet power. Sweet. Okay, where do I have to go now, though? I had an opportunity to get on him, and I fucked it up.
Dude, I forgot about the N-Gage. What a worthless little thing.
Oh man, I thought though, like, when I heard about that when I was a kid and saw it in like magazines, I thought it was so cool and like thought it would be like fucking awesome. I thought it would be like the future of video games. And then like I went to a GameStop because my brother worked at one and he had one. I completely forgot about that. My brother had a fucking N-Gage. But I went to like a GameStop and they had a demo of it and I was like, oh, Tomb Raider? My big bro plays that on the PC. And I clicked on it and it was like worse than a mobile game. Like, and when I say mobile game, I don't mean a 2018 mobile game. I mean like a 2002 mobile.
Oh,
I got killed.
Like Snake Revenge.
Something like that. Yeah, like fucking. I had Medal of Honor on my like Razer phone. That's what those are called, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I had like Medal of Honor on my Razer phone. I had like Oblivion, and it was worse than those somehow.
Now, what exactly? Because like I know of the N-Gage, and I've seen one in real life. Like I saw like one of my, at least somebody at my school had one at some point. But like, was its gimmick just the fact that you could also make phone calls or something?
No, the whole thing was that you had big games in your pocket.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a phone. It was primarily a phone, but it like was also a game console.
But it was also
it wasn't like it wasn't marketing itself as like, okay, this is a game console, but for some reason it can make phone calls. It was like, this is a phone and a game console.
Phone. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure because I've never touched an N-Gage in real life. So
it's the size of a fucking river rock. I'm not walking around with that in my fucking pocket. Screw off.
I guess it kind of was before its time then, if it was a game phone, because nowadays that's the biggest like money maker.
Elder Scrolls Blades. You could play Tomb Raider on your N-Gage, and now you can play Elder Scrolls Blades with your choice of iPhone or fucking VR headset.
Or N-Gage. They're gonna make it for the N-Gage. You're gonna bring it back.
Oh man, I wish I had infinite money and also ran a game dev company so I could just release a game for a defunct console like the N-Gage.
Oh, hey man, there's still people out there making like custom NES cartridges and shit. So
which is fucking cool.
Well, that's
that's
hey,
cool.
we have
It's
the
a lot
ability
more
to do
cool
this.
than making a custom game for the N-Gage in 2018, though.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's super easy to just make games. People have made plenty of games for the fucking Dreamcast because it's just like, oh, they didn't even bother. You can just rip the CD and the original console will run it.
Yep.
No, that was not good. Oh, dude, I hate when I kill my momentum.
You know what's funny? As a kid, I learned that forget what it is. Don't cartridges, like, their big thing is that they can hold a lot of shit for a long, long time?
No, the thing with cartridges is that there's very little... The reason that cartridges were, like... I won't say that cartridges were good because they also had their downsides, like back in the N64 era, but the reason that they were used is that they reduced loading times. Because, you know, whenever you're, like, loading something off of a CD, you know, the laser that reads the information off the CD has to actually get to the part of the CD that has the information you want to read. While, like, a cartridge works more like your computer's RAM. I mean, it basically is your computer's RAM, where it just has it and it reads it much quicker.
Just hoping I don't get shot by the laser.
Yeah, because CD games piss me off because they took a really long time to load.
Yeah.
I hated
that.
But,
I mean, there are also trade-offs because, I mean, you know, every N64 game had a draw distance of about 1 foot in front of you.
Yeah. But now we're kind of that way because games are now just a program you put on your computer.
Oh, yeah, fuck,
Fuck a disc.
What is my length for the... Wait, is it up to 900? That's a huge boost. I'm surprised.
Physics, my friend.
No, yeah, because I got an upgrade for my my grappling hook length, and that's like huge. You know, you definitely need it to do this part. Oh my god, I'm like actually scared now. This is getting fucking precarious.
Does this game engine support the whole thing where, like, if you have a grappling hook and you shorten it, you'll go faster because, like, that's just how pendulums be?
Oh, come on! I couldn't even see it.
I don't think you can shorten it once.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that would be a cool thing for the future. I'd love that.
You mean like reeling it in?
Yeah, when you reel it in the middle of a swing and you gain more momentum because, like, your arc is becoming smaller and smaller, but you have the same inertia or however the
Something's
fuck
wrong.
physics work.
Something's really wrong. What happened? I only have one grappling hook now.
Okay, can someone clear up what the difference between a game engine and like stuff is? Because I always get chided for it. It's like, oh yeah, you use a programming language to make a game, and it's like, no, it doesn't, because you're dumb.
Game engines use programming languages.
You
Game
might have to
engines are
reload
pretty
your
much just
system
like
now.
things set up in programming languages that are like shortcuts for doing stuff.
It's a framework.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
here's a bunch of stuff useful for game development that's pre-made for you to use.
Hey,
Yep.
Master Indy, are you still there?
Yep,
seeing
still there.
this?
Hey, Wayne broke your game again. Should ban him.
Wayne, you are banned from playing my game forever.
It's something's going on where like it's going to where I died.
That reminds me of a
That
bug
looks
in Garry's mod.
Yeah, it reminds me of Game Mode too. If I quit the game and restart, will I go into that checkpoint? I just need that confirmation before I turn off the game, otherwise I will try to make it one-handed. I'm doing like a fucking swimming motion, like... Ew, my hair's wet in my mouth. Fucking...
Gross.
Yeah, I've got really long hair right now, it's like...
Master Indy says it'll take you to your most recent checkpoint.
Okay, so restarting the game will fix it, okay.
Do you have to restart the whole game? Is there not just like a pause menu where
As
you
far
can...
as I know, there is no menu in the game.
Okay.
Hey, I don't want the numbers because
Ow.
I'm not a streaming asshole. But viewer retention? How's it been?
1,000,002.
I mean, I'd like a realistic answer.
No, yeah.
Oh.
It's like 40.
Wow, you're selling yourself
It's
short?
been like 50, 45, around there.
Okay. It's about average.
What the fuck was that name that you put in
Huh?
for the first one?
I don't know, man.
It was like I don't even know.
I think I just mashed the keyboard the first time I played this game. Were you here when I streamed Egg Time 2?
No, I missed Egg Time.
There was...
Egg Time 2 had names for high scores that with infinite character length.
Oh man.
Fucking classic.
Alright, let's see. Okay, I can shoot my grapple again. We're ready! It's time to kill this fucking worm, guys! We're
To
gonna
be
kill
fair,
for
it could
Gerbers.
be infinite length on the client side, but maybe they just chop it on the
Killer.
server side.
Well, no, there are no servers. There's no way that game has servers. It's Egg Time
But
2.
it had high scores?
High
Oh, so
scores
it's just
locally.
local high score.
Yeah, for all your friends that you're gonna
The
have
fuck
come
is the
over.
point?
It's funny because it wasn't like a text list, it was like a sign in your main menu area that was like
Huh.
physical. And it would just extend forever into the nether.
Nice.
We take a big long look at that Steam message.
Oh, you know, I just realized those messages popping up are proof that we're doing something illegal.
What do you mean?
What?
The game share messages.
That's
Legal.
what's
That was
illegal
Steam.
about that?
I'm
thought that
pretty
was
sure it's
Steam
intended to
message.
only be used within the same household, right?
I mean, if it
Is there-
was, then they would have added something that blocked it.
Yeah, internet
thought
stuff
it was
doesn't
like a
really work on
trust
the
thing.
honor system too much. Hey, don't do that.
It's allowed.
This is not. I'm not getting the kind of momentum I
We're,
need.
we're a family.
We're all family here.
Might as well be. If you've
A
known
family
friends
can
for
be-
10 years, it's family.
A family can be 6 dads.
There's actually only one dad in this group. to-
It's true.
to correct it.
None of us. I'll take that back. None of us are
We
fathers.
should be though.
I don't know about that
We
one.
can just be fathers to each other.
All right, I call being Balp's dad. And then
Oh,
the
dude, it's
tables
like-
have turned.
No,
It's
we
like
cannot
sitting in-
let Balp be a dad to anyone.
That's
It's
why
like sitting in a circle braiding each other's hair. Everybody has a dad, and everybody is a dad.
I can't wait for this dad ship we're about to build. Bounce! That activated my gun somehow. Oh, there is a checkpoint. That's what I was looking for. Can't wait to play this game on the Pimax whenever that comes.
Hi,
In
man.
2021.
No, it'll be this year. Apparently, the reports, they put out their first like consumer prototype, and they sent it to like 10 testers, and they had a showing for it that was backer exclusive at E3. There's an NDA, but people broke it, and people say that it's like does everything that it
Of course.
does everything that it advertised, and the biggest problem right now is that there's like distortion at the edge of the FOV, but it's only there if you look for it. And nobody's sure about this, but people theorize that it's going to be completely unavoidable to fix because it's just the way like your pupil is physically moving when you look around. So the lens being so big is built to be like good for where your pupil is by default, and like when you look to the peripheral, when you look at your periphery, your pupil's going to move out of place, and people think that's what causes the distortion. So I think it's not an issue that can be solved with modern day lenses.
Just make it bigger.
Yeah, dude, can't go wrong.
You should join the team.
Oh, does anyone remember that shit a really long time ago where they had like stuff hooked up to electrocute your brain in such a way that they could like make it so you think you smelled stuff?
No, I don't remember that. I never heard of that.
They were thinking about doing it with video games, but it like costs way too much money. And like, I
I
remember
don't want my brain to get zapped to smell
dude.
things.
you're zapping your brain
like a
right
nightmare
now.
I am
scenario.
so haphazard with that kind of stuff. Like, if that ever happens, like, it's like, oh, yeah, there's a new VR thing where it's going to shock your brain to make you feel the game. I would be doing that day one. Like,
You're
I
crazy.
don't give a shit.
That's literally like a nightmare scenario for
Dude,
me. I don't want anything touching my brain.
It's not touching your brain. You're already zapping your brain right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
to say.
but those are my zaps. Only I can zap my brain.
Oh, it's time to die. Damn it! I don't think I can beat this Master Indie. I'll keep trying because I do have a close enough checkpoint. It's just like I have to coordinate it so that the worm's not looking at me. If the worm looks at me, I'm dead. There's nothing you can do once you start shooting his laser. I can't, I honestly can't even think of a solution for that, like, because if I'm on an island and I have a 30-second warning before the death laser comes and I can get behind something, I can deal with that. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna beat it when I'm in the air like that, because I don't have enough air control.
It needs a targeting beam first, a really, really thin blue beam where it's aiming, and then that spin up sound, and it would be perfect.
You need some way to counter it, maybe.
Nah, I
Or
feel like
just
the counter
make it
should
be
be
where you are and not like
Yeah.
shot.
But then the thing is, you'll never get hit.
That's true.
I don't.
Make
I
it
honestly,
lead
it's-
the shot a little bit, but not too much, so that if you're going fast enough, it misses you. But if you're standing still, it hits you.
It's a very tricky problem. I'm not really sure how you could do that kind of laser. Okay, he's like not even close to looking at me. I have plenty of time to do this.
Forgot what I was gonna say. I had something important.
Come on.
Oh.
I don't think this is. Oh, damn it. Oh, great. Now I just have to wait. A reset button would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Like, holding down your grip would be a very easy way to do that because you almost never have to grab your board. So, like, if I just held down my grip for like 5 seconds, like a reset button would be nice. Because right now, I'm just kind of just enjoying the breeze.
Allow to shoot self. But
That would be a interesting way to reset. If you just like shoot yourself.
more games need to have that in VR, the ability to
But,
shoot yourself.
But if you shoot yourself, it'll just like blast you. In this game, it's like a mechanic already
Yeah.
to use the laser. So
Suicide is not an option.
Well, I mean, technically, you're just going off the blast wave, not the projectile. God, I had something that was pertinent and engaging.
hey, could you change
Forgot all
the
about
sound of the laser to Emperor Palpatine lightning bass boosted? Can I make a mod for your game that does that?
Make a mod for this game that inserts very small Tony Hawks onto every single texture. Just very small.
So I made a Tumblr post about this, and I can't tell you why, but I've been thinking about this all week, and I made a Tumblr post, I don't know how many of you read it, but what if you had Wolverine claws that when you retracted them, or extended them out of your hands, it made the energy sword sound? I've just been thinking about how cool this would be all week.
Energy sword sound.
Yeah, from Halo, when you equip the energy sword, they're like...
You do need, I think
Oh, I like that.
VR
sound.
does need a cool kind of like deployment kind of experience.
Deployment experience.
You know what I mean.
I like the plasma sword sound because it doesn't sound all like goofy high-tech sound. It sounds like the air is violently getting boiled by white-hot plasma.
Okay, this is a... Oh my god.
I dig that.
The fucking view up here is crazy. I'm debating how I'm gonna make this swing. I hope that the worm doesn't look at me. Okay, he's like 50% of the way there. I think I can get to the next checkpoint in time. Is there like a building over there? Ah, yeah, this is definitely enough momentum to do it. And
I've been sitting on joke so long. It hurts me. I'm just waiting for that situation.
Yeah, I know how that feels. Shit, will I make it?
So I've just been coloring comic panels this entire time. This takes too long.
Don't most comics like have somebody else do the coloring and somebody else?
I'm pretty sure that's how Marvel and DC and all them do it, but I ain't no superhero, man.
I personally would not color my panels.
I wouldn't normally, but I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to enter this contest, and I imagine
what contest?
I'm like thinking with the lowest common denominator, and the lowest common denominator will see black and white and think, that's for suckers.
What is the contest?
So there's this website called Webtoons, and it's like pretty popular somehow, even though I've never heard of it up until now.
It's YouTube.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either.
It's like it is a place that like I'm pretty sure they advertise on YouTube, and they advertise like I'm just an anime boy, and I'm the only regular boy in a world full of power boys. Like it's
there's a lot of like really weak content there because there's a lot of stuff. But it's like vertical webcomics. It's like there's no normal page setup. It's meant to be viewed online or from your phone or something. And they're having a contest where the winner gets $80,000.
Whoa!
Which sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Hope you get it, dude.
So yeah, I want to see if having a due date and like a reward will incentivize me to actually finish stuff.
Probably.
If like Spagona or Skylar or like Spaghetti Nero or anybody who's watching, you should probably get in on it too if you have any ideas, because I mean, yeah, that's some good stuff. And just judging by the content that gets featured on that website, you guys are competitive with the most popular comics on the site. You're probably better than a lot of them. You're probably better than God of High School.
Now, here's the thing, though. How is this contest, like, who's judging? What's going on? Like, is this...
I guess the people that run the website.
Huh. I don't know. It's kind of tricky, because it's the kind
of
thing where it's like...
it's 40% audience engagement and 60% judge scores.
See, to me, at that point, audience engagement doesn't matter at all, right? Because...
Here, I'll put the link to
If it's less than half, then it might as well not be there at all. I would just, like, I guess I just don't trust...
Because I think the judges care about that, too. Because of the demographics of their site, the judges are going to consider what the audience thinks as well, but on a different degree.
Yeah, I just, like, think back to the time that I entered an art contest for DFO, and I lost to, like, some idiot that made, like, a garbage 3D model that looked like... It looked like a Wendy Vanity shit.
That is 100% what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
You lost it like that and like the most generic anime drawings that I've ever seen or something like that.
But the common factor was that they were colored. So
man, the cry I let out when the worm just killed me, judging by my own ears, that was, I think, the most desperate noise I've ever made.
Yeah, that was sad.
You made a noise in the island once.
He's looking at me. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I continue.
It was as if I saw into your true self as it is scared to its bones.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing the game, so I don't know. It could be fine, but to me, the distance between this island that you're on and the one that you're trying to get to is a little much.
It's really far. I like the height up here, and I think the amount of islands we have is pretty cool. Because I definitely think this is like the end game. This is like the last thing you could do. It makes sense for an end game thing to be hard. It's just like taking me forever to get to that next checkpoint. Maybe even just putting a checkpoint in the middle of these like mini rocks.
Yeah.
I think I'm done. I don't think I can do this.
Yes, Begunner, there's like a pretty large amount of time to do it, and because it's got this like vertical webcomic stuff going, they're judging by the amount of panels that you put rather than like the amount of pages. So you can potentially like fulfill their requirements very quickly depending on what you want to do.
I want to fight this fucking worm. I want to get my goddamn vengeance. Watch this. This is some fucking speedrun shit you're about to see.
Oh, worm?
Yeah.
Oh, worm.
Damn it. That wasn't good enough. I like to pretend that I'm holding on to the rope. If you even so much as fucking look over here, you piece of shit.
See, Serious Percent Serious just shows why you should absolutely do a tier 2 sub to Wayneradiotv, because no other that is the best $10 you can spend on Twitch, is the ability to put that in any chat you want.
Either that or try and say something to Eris and him telling you to shut up.
Shut up, bitch. You know, that's my goal, is to have as much, like, report as fucking Eris does, where he can just be so fucking rude to his viewers and people love him. Like, you guys, everyone who's here right now, you'll never get that. I know, but it's fun. Like...
Well, yeah, you can't just turn around and do that, because...
No, but what I'm saying is, if you're an OG guy, you don't ever get that. Eris's OG viewers, they don't ever get fucked and shit all over.
It's like, it only works for him because his base audience was FGC heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
people who already act like that as it is. Yeah.
Shut up, bitch.
I always make a point to act as weird as possible whenever I go somewhere new, so that everyone just expects that.
Okay, I'm gonna make it. And to think I almost gave up.
Worm is looking.
But yeah, tier 2 sub to Wayne, so that you can go into your other favorite Twitch channels that you watch whenever Wayne's not streaming, and put that in, and fucking wait for a reaction from anybody, because that is some next level stuff.
Thank God! Thank the worm god that I'm trying to kill. Oh yeah, and this is something I've never shown off, but this game is multiplayer.
How does that work? Is it
It's
just the same thing?
It's the same thing.
That's cool.
You just can explore the world together and play around. The one reason
grab
that I never
each
done
other?
it, I think the reason why I've never tried it is that I think this game as a single player experience is really fucking cool, because I like how desolate this island is. Like, I feel like I'm exploring like this ancient, like, monolithic, like, space island. That's also why I would love, like, some sort of, like, vague, very ambiguous story about what this place is.
Yeah, it would be cool.
We're so goddamn close!
You could do a lot with this, because the setting is just so out there and stuff. You could do whatever you want. I'm thinking, like, you're a space scavenger, and you're here because you heard about these robots that are full of stuff to sell.
I think this is Tony Hawk's house, and you came to say hi.
And he said, here, take this new hoverboard. And then it's just, you're here all of a sudden. Whoa, Tony! Where are we?
You get a distress call from Tony Hawk.
How am I surviving? What am I doing?
You're protected
What
by
power is this?
all shielded. But yeah, you just come in and Tony Hawk's in there and he says, "Welcome to Tony Town."
Tony Town. You're the first mortal to
I
have made
think
it.
whatever just happened was a glitch, but that was the closest thing I've experienced in a VR game to like fending off a Kamehameha. That was cool.
Oh man.
Welcome to Tony Town. I see you've bested my 3 guardians.
I started watching Dragon Ball Super last weekend, and man, I want a Dragon Ball Z VR game.
There is one, but it's
Dragon
an
Ball
arcade.
Z VR would be good.
There is a Dragon Ball Z arcade game, but it's a VR game, but it's an arcade exclusive, and all it is like Goku stands in front of you, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you to do a Kamehameha," and that's like all.
Yeah,
it is.
that's bullshit. I don't want that. Number one,
That
I want to
sucks.
see Goku. I don't want to see Goku. And number 2, I want to be able to kill Raditz.
I see you've slain the worm. This will be an apt tribute to the birdhouse.
Also, something that I want to see done in VR is like, you know how conversations are, you just choose stuff and sometimes it's like square brackets, you flip them off. I want that to just be an option forever. Just whenever I've had it up to here with someone's shit, I just flip them off and they react in different ways.
Alright, we're gonna get to the boss fight. If you ever had a time to advertise this stream, you better do it now, because you're about to see Master Indy, his words, said that this is the most epic boss fight in a game. So, let's
Just kidding.
the
You
man
just gotta
is
keep
here.
bringing that up. Gotta put the heat on.
I mean, he did say it, so. Now I'm gonna talk about Dragon Ball Super because
Yeah,
I
let's
think
talk
it's
about it.
good. But I think it's good. But the one thing I want to say is
It's
that
good and also really bad.
I feel
That's
like
how I feel about it.
I don't know if just like they leaned so hard. Like they did, like Goku's character is like different in Super. He's like a crazy person now. Like it's been a while since I've seen Z, so maybe I'm just not remembering.
No, you know what it is? It's that Toriyama has said that Goku was always like this, and the anime never portrayed him like this.
Okay.
What do you mean crazy?
Like there was an interview where like people are like he's always said that he was disappointed with the anime's portrayal of Goku being like a hero because he was always just someone that wanted a good fight. That was it. But the thing is that I do like Goku like being that, but also heroic more.
Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense. And I mean,
might
there's
be wrong.
probably a lot lost in translation between, like, both manga to anime, and then Japanese anime to English anime. A lot of shit can change. But, yeah, I don't know, it's just funny, because Super, like, no, yeah, Goku's just, like, an insane person. He's crazy.
What, like he
Which is
gives
fine,
zero
but-
fucks about Earth at all, and he's just like,
No,
wow,
he
you look
cares
strong.
about Earth, but he just really cares a lot more about just getting as strong as possible. Like, to the point where he's obsessive about it, and it's kind of weird going from Dragon Ball Z to that.
I mean, he's literally trying to become a god. That's like
He's always been that way,
that's
though.
not the
Like,
point, but
he turned up the gravity in that
he's
spaceship
always
a
wanted to
million
get stronger,
times
but
until he
he's
almost
never,
killed
like-
himself.
He's
almost-
always wanted to get stronger.
Dion's right. I mean, like, it's not. And when I say he's trying to become a god, that's not like Goku's like, I will attain godhood and become king of the 7 universes. It's like, it's not that at all. But it
He
is.
just wants to be the strongest in the entire fucking everything. But like, and then he gave Cell time to prepare so that he could like take part in some fucking tournament or something where he'd be at his best. He gives these enemies sensu beans regularly because he wants a good fight.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
that part was dumb. I'm not
Goku's
saying
fucking
Goku has ever been smart, it's just that before, like in Dragon Ball Z, it seems like he's just a lot more heroic, and then yeah, in Super, he's not really a hero. He's just like the only chance that Earth has, basically.
I love those kind of characters. Heroes, I don't know, I just don't like goody-goody characters. There's gotta be some sort of like id to everyone. There's gotta be some sort of something. Everyone
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Get the power up.
But yeah,
Oh,
Super's
there's the
good.
bug.
You should watch it if you haven't. If you like Dragon Ball, I waited a long time to watch Super, and I'm kind of glad I did because I like just being able to not have to wait and watch a bunch of episodes in a row. But I watched the dub, not the sub, because I'm that kind of person.
That's how I watched it when I was young.
I think that's how most people experience Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay for Dragon Ball.
I am digging on that one manga about like skinning people in Hokkaido, kicking it with this natives peoples.
Give me that ball!
Weird.
Oh, I
Don't know
missed
how
it!
to pronounce it.
Golden Conley?
Here's the
Oh,
official Trog list of animes that are good that he's watched. It's a very short list, and it's Dragon Ball related shows, all Dragon Ball content, and then Cromartie High School.
Cromartie's good.
Oh, you just
Holy
talking about
shit.
English?
That worm does
I'm just
not
talking
look
about
as
anime.
big as it does,
I'm not
by
a big anime guy. I don't watch. I have not seen that much anime.
Oh
What are
god
you, an
damn
anime
it.
hater?
The fucking worm is gonna clip into it.
Holy
Wait,
shit.
but we're just talking about like the quality of shows in general, or like the English.
Ooh, the fucking worm has some real goddamn
What,
momentum.
me?
Yeah, you.
I was just talking about animes that I have watched that I like. And I mean, I don't really watch subs at all, just because like I said, I'm not really big into anime. I don't have anything against it. I'm just not big into it. And but whenever I do watch it, I prefer dubs, just because I don't know, I like English. Except for Pop Team Epic. I tried watching an episode of Pop Team Epic dubbed, and it just felt wrong.
Yeah,
Alright, guys, it's
kinda
finally
like
time.
100% about the voices.
It's time to
But
take on this
I don't know.
fucking worm.
My whole thing on subs versus dubs is I don't have the time to put into like actually learning Japanese. I'm not gonna get the subtleties and nuances of the original language at all. It's gonna be completely fucking lost on me. Not to mention that stuff is steeped in a lot of like cultural references that don't make sense even if you've read every single Japanese textbook in the world.
It depends what you like, what you're watching.
Yeah, also sometimes the English dub is just like really bad. Like,
oh, well, there's that.
I think even with good dubs, there are some shows that have good dubs. Like I think One Piece's dub is decent, although minus like some characters.
I don't know. Their voices
minus some
annoy me.
characters like Luffy.
You can just tell when like voice actors are putting energy into their performances versus when they're not.
Japanese voice actors almost always like put in their all. Like for almost every anime I've watched, there's Japanese dub, which is all of them.
I know, but it's just silly grunting sounds to me. I don't know this language. I'm like,
yeah, but
like
you can
a
tell.
fucking-
Like I feel like you can tell that at least there's energy behind
yeah,
it.
there's the emotion and stuff. But like, I'm reading these words at the same time, and I'm trying to keep up on the animation because that's why I fucking watch anime. I like seeing drawings that move fast and do cool stuff, not read some fucking subtitles and shit.
I guess I can read faster than you.
I wouldn't think that
I'm
was
not
much
trying to
of a
like burn
problem
you there.
because
But I don't know. Whenever I'm watching anime, like I can watch it and read what it is at the same time.
Because if they're like in an action sequence and you're trying to watch the animation, they're usually not talking as much, or they're doing like simple talking.
Oh wait, I forgot. Also, add to my list of good animes I've seen is Durarara. I forgot I watched that. That's really good.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Really
I was
good
watching that with
stuff.
Mirren, and I just kind of stopped because.
Oh man, it's
shit
so
came
good.
up.
Finish watching an anime with you.
Oh yeah, and Samurai Champloo. I forgot about that. I seen that one too.
Oh,
Well,
man,
that one
I'm
was on
getting
me.
vertigo.
That one
I don't
was on-
want to.
Dude, this worm's. It's like a course, but it's moving around.
I don't want to talk about stuff that I like for the most part because most of it's like pretty like, yeah, we know. That stuff was good. Everybody thinks it's good.
I'll rave about
Something
that
I
stuff.
thought was good that like I didn't think was related to my interests at all is Kaiji Ultimate Survivor.
Hey, really
I don't know
quick,
what that is. Never heard of
Master
that.
Indy, can you tell me if there's like still? Because the last time I fought the worm, he had like side entrances. Did you get rid of that? Because I haven't seen a single. No!
Oh
No.
no!
Oh no!
no!
Oh no!
You were right there.
Oh.
So long.
Quick, do a blast.
We got about 5 minutes more to talk about anime now, I guess.
So long, Gay Bowser.
But yeah, Kaiji is about a guy that tries to get rid of his debts by gambling
Huh.
with
Oh, I've
like
heard of
high
that.
stakes gambling.
I've heard of that.
And I honestly didn't finish it because I watched it like right before finals last semester, like 2 semesters ago.
But it's like, oh yeah, here's this weird rock, paper, scissors. If you lose, we take all your clothes and make you a weird paper mache slave.
Already on the container, right? That's specifically how I heard about it.
I'm never going to touch another checkpoint again, because with this one I can just get wherever I want to go. Okay, yeah, so I saw the cyan markers, and I, like, checked out one, but it didn't, like... Do you mean, like, the little blue ones, or do you mean the weird, like, satellite-looking things? Because I see the little, like, cyan, like, triangles.
A Netflix anime that I watched, that I ended up watching, like, the entire thing because I was sick and I didn't have anything else to do, that I was surprised I liked, was one called Magi.
Yeah, the blue ones didn't answer that question, but I respect the... Fuck! I shouldn't talk.
And,
just talk for me, guys.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I was surprised because it starts off as kind of like a... You kind of think it's going to be like a generic shonen thing.
Like, is it
and I think it is that. Like, it is still kind of that, but I don't know. It's, like, more interesting than that.
Okay, cyan triangles. I thought it was like these bluish, like, dish-looking things.
You know, I really can't stand shonen stuff unless they're going places. Like, as long as there's, even if it's superficial, as long as they're walking along roads half the time and going new places, then I'm into it.
I should rewatch that show, actually. I really liked that.
You should watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, the best.
Yeah, I should actually watch that because I still have
really
like... I still have like 25 days free of that Verve thing, and I think it's on there. So,
it's not.
But I got finished watching Super.
One Piece is my favorite anime based on like the full content and like the story. But Full Metal is like the best anime experience. It's long enough where you feel like there's a lot to watch, but it's not long enough where it feels like it drags on. The writing is great. The fucking English stuff is great. The animation is great. There's like it doesn't really
full
have any
package.
bad parts.
And it's funny, unlike the first one, the 2003.
I know nothing about it. I am like happily blind to that.
I watched it on Adult Swim, and it's really different. But like, and one thing that they did, I don't know, it was just the sense of humor wasn't doing it for me. They would do like the weird anime exaggerations of situations that I'm just like, ooh. Just did not.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell whenever it wasn't the original person. I only saw one episode of the 2003, whatever it is, but
Where are these fucking things?
comparing it to Brotherhood, you could tell.
Also, Shu Tucker was way more sympathetic in the other one, in the 2003. I was not ready for Brotherhood.
And the fucking so there's Full Metal 2003. That's one thing. Full Metal live action. Oh my god! What Mira told me about it is there's a movie. They made a live action movie about Full Metal Alchemist, and it's like
disgusting.
It's like so bad. Shao Tucker's the main villain, I think. Bradley's not even in it.
What?
And like, there's only one homunculus, or maybe wow. Holy shit! This is fucking far. I'm going so fast.
Holy shit!
I'm excited to see live action One Piece.
Yeah, that I hope it's.
I just wonder what's gonna happen.
Shortcut. You wean it out.
Fuck! I feel like I'm actually struggling to climb a moving object.
Huh. It's almost like you are. Oh man. There it is. What you came for.
That's not all of it. It's the first part.
Oh. Well, save
At the
my...
end, I have to go in his mouth. Master Indy, I would like to cheat and have you tell me how many of these are there. Because I would like to expedite this a little bit. Because I've been playing this game all night. Not that it hasn't been a fucking blast. I can play this forever. Man, I love these fucking tubes.
Check out these tubes.
There's 3? 2 left?
I much prefer the outside of the worm.
I think that was... Okay, I'm glad I got the one furthest from the front first. Alright, well now that I've seen one on the turret...
Dude, this worm kicks ass. I've always wanted a game where you, like, move around on this giant physical object like this. I don't know how to describe it.
I've never played Shadow of the Colossus, but I respect it.
Every time I get money, I just spend it on a computer or parts. I'm not gonna get a console.
There's that PS4 version that came out. I kind of want to... I forgot about that, actually. I should probably pick that up. I've never played Shadow of the Colossus either.
You can emulate PS2.
Yeah, but I mean, that PS4 version.
Oh no! I'm in the cannon! Don't
Holy
blast
shit.
me! Holy shit. Oh! Oh, thank fucking God.
If Last of Us 2 is anything, and I mean anything like that trailer showed, because it's not going to be the same. There's no way. But if it's anything like that trailer, I'm getting a PlayStation 4 just for that game.
That was very scripted.
Yeah, like there's
no way.
Like,
that's why
like whatever. I'll take it back
for myself.
if they can prove that it's not scripted. But like, there's no fucking way that wasn't like 98% scripted.
Ethan, a wolf came through. That shit blew my mind. That's something I've always wanted in like a game with stealth in it. Whoa, this is Tony Hawk.
Yeah, you're supposed to grind, man.
Yeah, dude, you're fucking up. But yeah, dude, if they did pull it off, and like I'm not holding out hope, but just that there's that little bit of me that's like, this is it. This is the game you've been waiting for.
All I want to see is Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, that game looks dope. I forgot about that one.
see anything
E3 wasn't
about
all bad. I was like I was disappointed with E3, but I think that's 98% because they didn't announce anything about Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I wanted it so bad.
I think I got good stuff out of E3 because I thought Beyond Good and Evil 2 was cool, and I didn't expect anything to happen during their Ubisoft conference, so that's like a treat for me.
Ubisoft's conferences are completely worthless because like all they're like is check out the graphics on our gameplay, and it's like completely different when it's on release day.
That Cyberpunk
And I was,
coming out.
oh yeah, and that looked pretty sick too.
Cyberpunk looks cool.
And that had no gameplay whatsoever. But
Yeah, all we got was fluff for that.
I've been playing Witcher 3 lately, and based on that, I think, oh man, this is gonna be neat if they've been spending like a million years making this.
Yeah.
Everybody who got to see the private live demo was like raving about
They were
it.
like
So
nutting over it.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
As long as they get the environmental lighting to work exactly like it was with that gas station, that scene really like stuck out to me.
All they showed was the cinematic trailer, right?
Yeah, I guess I hung around a lot of gas stations at sunset because that just evokes memories in me.
Hey, wait, was I at the tip? Was the first one I got near the tail or the mouth? I can't remember.
Also,
well, like, can't you tell by context cues which way that the worm is moving and go from there?
Though. Like, I can't remember if I was moving down it or
I'm
if
pretty sure you were moving up the worm.
Oh, I just literally had to duck down to dodge that spike. That was awesome.
Woo!
Also, I was one of the lucky guys that actually got the game that they wanted to see shown during the Nintendo thing.
The Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Fire Emblem.
So
Yeah.
like, I'm set. I'm set. I'm good to go.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I got Soul Calibur in October. Fire
We
Emblem
got
next year.
Fighting Layer in like 6 days or whatever.
Is there a
There's
Pokemon?
a game coming out in July that I forgot about.
I'm happy they're smart enough to make Doom 2. I'm happy that's in the pipeline.
Oh yeah, that's
Same with
Bethesda conference.
Doom Eternal.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Hold on,
Oh,
this came from?
Isn't there
Also-
something really weird about Elder Scrolls 6? I remember not being too thrilled, but like
just-
No,
outside of it.
I mean there's nothing
They
about
showed
it.
They showed a
No
JPEG
information.
thing with
Yeah.
that number.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
that's
literally just like, hey guys, we are doing this, so stop complaining.
Chat, was this somehow
It's
the
happening.
same one that I did before?
No, because this one has a blue, like,
It's a different
thing in
color?
it.
You're
it
going the right
stops
way.
being blue whenever you blow up the
Oh,
core.
right, you're right.
Um,
I just have to be double sure because I don't want to waste any time.
I guess I got like a little bit. I got a little bit of like cautious optimism for Fire Emblem though, because like it's Nintendo Treehouse doing it again, and like Fates had a bad story to begin with, but
The localization made it worse.
Yeah, Treehouse just made it worse. They like
funniest
added fuel to the fire.
The funniest thing I saw from that game was that there was literally a scene that like needed to be translated, and they just didn't do it. They just replaced the dialogue with ... for both the characters.
Yeah, Saizo Baruka support conversation C. I know it well.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Among
I was
other things,
disappointed
that's
in the
a game.
Nintendo conference, mostly because, I mean, I was really looking for something to sell me on a Switch, which hasn't really happened yet, and there just really still wasn't anything there.
I don't even remember.
I mean, I might end up picking up a Switch to play Generations Ultimate, but I think it will depend on whether or not World PC is out yet, because if World PC is out, or going to come out soon, then I'm not gonna pick up a Switch to play Generations Ultimate.
Dude, I wonder if people will mod World PC.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there'll be mods.
That'll be cool. Alright, guys,
sad
it's time
about
for the end of the boss fight.
And yeah,
Oh,
Jim,
yeah,
we did
it's gonna be the cool
see
part.
that thing. We all heard about that.
Well, do you know Shadows of Valencia?
I'm going the wrong way.
Did Treehouse also do that one?
I think Echoes was 8-4.
Yeah,
Just one
8-4 is
second,
a
I
lot
wanna-
better than Treehouse.
I just want to take a moment aside, and this is like a big floating thing that is like a moving course, a bad guy, and it has levels inside of it. That's just I'm
The game design here is great.
little me renting video games for the N64 is just like
Oh, damn it!
using it right now.
Oh god.
I got it.
Oh man, if you could like switch up the segments, that'd be so cool. Like each one was different, and like you had to go at it different. That'd be sick.
There are a couple VR games that if my child self could know, I just like it's. That was part of the thing I was just trying to tell you guys. But no, I was if I could tell my child self like, hey, look at this video of this game you're streaming like 10 years from now. I'd be like, my child. Well, yeah, that would be the first question. My child self would be fucking mind blown by this game.
Right?
I like this vertical climb that I'm having to do at the end. It's dramatic.
Oh, one last video games thing. I am angry about Fallout 76, for lack of a better word. It could have been a different Fallout game. One with an actual story.
Holy shit!
It's just gonna be like Fallout 76 Dark RP.
On one hand,
But see, it's funny because that's why I'm interested in it. I don't care
If they have
about
private
Fallout,
servers,
and that looks like something
that'd be,
different.
like 100% happening. I'd make that happen.
Damn.
I'd do that.
Was that scripted? Him shooting the laser just as I got in, because that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, if it's not, it should be. I like those huge rows of teeth. That was cool.
Yeah, definitely looking into them all is cool. There's a lot of like the textures and like the graphics are not like super impressive on like a basic standpoint. Like they look awesome as a player, but like one thing you've got down is like the individual visuals. Like it feels the scale of everything feels so cool. Like when I was crawling into each of the weak points and like going after it, like it looked so fucking cool. Just like the way everything's lined up. I don't know. I'm bad at explaining like things I like. Holy shit.
Dude, you should add in like
Time to save the world!
Robot God himself.
Time to save or kill Tony Hawk. I'm not sure what the fiction is anymore.
The choice is
That's
yours.
the
Tony Hawk or we're saving.
You come in here and it's a red and it's a red and blue button. Save or kill Tony Hawk.
Your choices matter. Do you want to save Tony Hawk or kill him?
did it. It took us like 3 hours, but we beat the fucking worm.
Let's see how long it took.
Oh
I don't
shit, better
remember
get
the
out of there
time.
before you
Find
fall
out.
down.
Yeah, we tried.
2 hours, 42 minutes.
Oh, you know what would be a fucking cool aspect of this? If you made the, if you made this part, like, much more hazardous. Like, I do like the sort of somber death of all the bosses. That reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus. But, like, if this shit was, like, exploding and, like, shaking...
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
make it like the end of a Metroid game, you know?
I was just about to say, if it's not, if you're not,
It is.
I was just about to say, if it's not a Brinstar escape, then what's the?
Yeah.
If it's not Master Chief getting out and getting something up the Halo and a Warthog, then I don't want to see it.
Starts playing the
Ridley also just appears. They just put it in this game.
yeah.
And Optimus Prime is there.
Also, another suggestion for this boss. Oh, I don't want to die right now. Well, there's the explosions. Oh, it's falling apart.
Oh man. It looks like the worm has turned.
Whoa!
Holy shit, look at how... Whoa, did it just stick into the ground?
I think it.
Yeah, it.
Wait. Oh yeah, it did.
That's cool.
Dude.
Is there an end?
Sorry,
is there an end
Link.
to this
I
game, or
can't
it's
give
just like how you
credit.
beat him?
Come back when you're a
You
little
did it.
richer.
I doubt there's an end credits yet.
Thank you for the donation.
Well, I mean, Wayne's the first one to have gotten here so far.
That's true, Wayne. You're the first person to beat this game.
No one has done it before.
Not even the developer.
Well, I mean, can the developer beat the game? Because they know everything.
Well,
Yeah,
That's a
they can.
philosophical question.
at the end of any good adventure, there's only one more thing to do. And that's to ride off into the sunset.